Testing, testing. Ooh. Got to turn speakers off. Happy Wednesday. It's Thursday now. It's Thursday, Daniel. Do them. I've been live for a while. So I thought I might as well do one. So much going on, isn't there? Where's Netanyahu? Is he brown bread? I know his brother is. Ben Gavir is. But where's Netanyahu? It's too late at night. I was driving home earlier. Couldn't help noticing somebody's title with 37,000 people watching. Selling his propaganda again. What did he say yesterday? Candace Owen and Tucker Carlson, if you're watching. Saying, oi, art. Saying Pahlavi was ready to take over Iran. Ready to install a new leader. I find it hilarious. America's totally blind. Israel's totally blind. All our satellite systems, early warning systems have been taken out. The Israelis, ain't getting early warnings. So normally they get a good few minutes, get alerts to tell them to run to a shelter. And now they can hear the drones or hear the missiles before the sirens go off, because they've got no early warning system whatsoever. Now it's reported in Israel News. IDF says it can't guarantee it will send alert for missile before siren sound. So they're not all getting their text messages no more. Because Iran's taking it all out. They're blind. And the other day, we had a few on the panel the other day, and I was watching air traffic. Yes, our Hartshids, I've seen that. Yeah, and I got people on here telling me, you know, these Talmudic people don't do that sort of thing anymore. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know when they're getting sentenced. I know they've been found guilty. I hope they're on remand, because they'll just flee, won't they? Hey up, Beyonce. They'll just flee the country and they'll hide in Israel, won't they? But you had Trump yesterday trying to steady the markets and going, I'm going to end the war. And then he had Dopey, Hexaf, contradicting what Trump says. Hexaf had death threats, so he's staying in CENTCOM base. What's she called? You got Kirsty Noem, although she's been sacked, she's staying at the base. You got, what's that silly blonde bird? And you got the director of the FBI, the other blonde bird. All staying at CENTCOM because they're scared to go home. All staying at a military base, and they get flown there by helicopter. But where's Netanyahu? I keep on seeing that Naftali, or whatever his name is. What's he called? Naftali, the ex-prime minister. I keep seeing things come up from him, but hey up, Strictly, part and parcel of modern day life. Hey up, Steve. What's part and parcel? Oh, living in instead of living at home, living in an army base. What's he called? Something Naftali or something. The ex-prime minister of Israel. Keep seeing him doing announcements and interviews, but I haven't seen Netanyahu anywhere. Mind you, it's sad, Beyonce. You know, Americans, us, the rest of the world, all our fuel prices are soaring. And then they are in Iran buying 30 litres for 8 pence. 8 pence for 30 litres. 45,000. What's that? 45,000 tow man. Approximately 0.05p or 0.08p. For 30 litres. Trump is Boise. Yeah, you're definitely getting taken for a ride. They seriously fudged up, haven't they? You know, Starmer, they seriously fudged up as well. And then Kemi Badenoch was like, nah. Yeah, raining was at the petrol station. Thailand, they're queuing for it. They ain't got none. I meant to have messaged Jimmy earlier and find out how much truth was in that. I think 4 tankers went up today. Trump saying we're gonna send military. We're gonna escort the vehicles through. We're gonna send the military. Yeah, mine hadn't come up with anything. I watched a bit of well, I never watched, I listened a bit of PMQs, but all she kept on saying to him was fuel duty. Well, the 5p ain't supposed to come off until September, is it? So it ain't coming off until September, but they ain't gonna reduce anything else, are they? I think here in St Awful is up by 14p a litre. Petrol. That's mad as poo, isn't it? Up by 63p a gallon. What's it in New York, strictly? One video was titled "Fuel to hit 180 a litre before summer." Yeah. But can you remember the actual price of the fuel is like nothing. It's all the extra taxes and the VAT and everything the government put on it, isn't there? Okie dokie. Yeah, I know that, DP. Jesus. It's only an act. They get there. How much do they get? £450 a day, is it, for sitting in Parliament on a Wednesday? Get a cheap rate lunch and a cheap rate beer and a cheap rate wine. All subsidised. No, no, Steve. Cheap rate hookers, yeah. And their rent boys. Don't forget their rent boys. That all come out yesterday or the day before, didn't it? The shadow chancellor sat next to Kemi. He's married with his kids, but he's seeing rent boys. You cracked it. What did you crack, Lynn? It's a prion disease. A prion disease? What's a prion disease? The prion is on the tool in Masonic temples. Ah. Right, I probably will do my live tomorrow on these absolutely weird, sick, depraved people. I mean, I played a video with a guy that's left them. It was a good interview. He was saying what it was like living in Israel, blah, blah, blah. And all his family had turned his back on him. But he was saying about all the indoctrination and everything else. But while he was sitting there on the interview, he just couldn't sit still. He's still doing that ultra orthodox thing where they're rocking. But I'll go into all that tomorrow. I'll do a live about that tomorrow. This on Brion there, powered by daisies. Or fart in a tube. Yeah, they do that, yeah. But you got the black cube, haven't you? Saturn worship. The Gregorian calendar. That's all got to tie in with certain times and dates and celebrations. What about Trump throwing his bumboy Kushner under the bus? Kushner and Witkoff made me do it. Oh yeah, Smoitrich's son's dead as well, isn't he? American Automobile Association, so AAA, the price of gasoline has risen by 16.4% per gallon during 10 days of military operation. There's a photograph of loads of people standing with cans to fill up the cans of petrol. Why are they filling up cans of petrol? They would indeed. So many videos. So many people getting thrown in jail. Yeah, where was that in? I saw something about that. This is what Iran are using. So the Strait of Hormuz, right? So according to available information, a drone is capable of reaching speeds 18 to 25 knots, operating on batteries for up to 4 days in patrol mode, and traveling more than 600 kilometers low speed for an unmanned underwater vehicle of this class. These are quite serious indicators, especially considering its a potential application in narrow sea straits. So they built these. Who got jailed? I didn't get jailed. Oh, what do you mean? The reporter? She was a reporter. Oh, where's she from? Where's she from? She's already done a year in jail for reporting. Oh, this is American ship. American oil tanker. Catch you later, Nin. Hey up, SR. Oh, that's Sudan. RSF militia. They attacked a girls' secondary school today. America, Financial Times, America has become an agent of chaos in world energy markets. You know, it gave it a slight reprieve yesterday, didn't it? By saying, I can stop the war. I can stop the war. So they closed at fucking, what was it? 89, 80, 87, 88, something a barrel. But previously it'd been up to 100 and something, and he made that phone call trying to stabilize the market. But They ain't gonna let ships. They ain't gonna let ships pass through the straits. They're only letting their ships, China ships, and I think one Russian ship has gone through. Everybody else is like, we're blowing you up. Oh, they're good, aren't they, SR? Mind you, they spend a fortune on loads of composting stuff. They don't need to do all that. See, this here, dozens of US service members in Kuwait suffer serious injuries, including burns, brain trauma, shrapnel wounds, sources say. Well, they've put this out again on the 11th of March. Well, Max, you remember when me and you were laughing and going, oh, they're going back on duty. They got brain trauma and shrapnel wounds, but they're going back to on duty. You know, so they're re-releasing what they released at the beginning when we found out three of them had died. Now they're re-releasing it again. As if it's new news. And where's fucking that silly fucking propagandist Tusi going on about fucking Hezbollah being fucking wiped out and all this bollocks earlier on? Yeah, told you it was injured. This was earlier on today. He's now a double amputee. Hey, Max.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good. You?
Doing all right. Oh, got an echo. Hold on.
Echo. Beyonce. How he's got 37,000 people watching him, and he's sitting there telling a load of bullshit. And 37 people are sitting there sucking it all up.
Who's that?
That Mayor Tusi.
Oh.
It was this guy here. It was the Gavanti Brigade they were fighting. Yeah, but he's had both his legs amputated.
Maybe he's in the cyber unit.
Hezbollah have targeted Unit 8200 today or tonight.
Yeah, I heard they got close to Netanyahu's brother too.
Well, no, they blew up Netanyahu's house. They got his brother, and they got Ben Gvir.
Oh, okay.
And the day before, Ben Gvir allowed so many more thousands of settlers having arms licenses, and they were issuing weapons to them.
Free for all out there, eh?
I did see something on Pierre Poilievre earlier. Actually backing up Carney.
Yeah, this is disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But he's just he's a conservative. We call them liberal lights. They're the ones that say all the right things and never do them.
Well, yeah. I mean, at one point I thought he was going to be I thought he was going to be a contender.
Mm.
Then he said, "I got to thank all you Zionists and all you Jews that elected me to Parliament."
Oh,
I played a video of it ages ago. And I thought, oh, Pierre, you've just let me down. Totally let me down. I'm going to have to start watching Mr. fucking multicolored fucking, what's those Indian fucking bandages around the head called?
what do you mean?
Matey in the Canadian Parliament that wears the different coloured fucking turbans.
Oh, the turban, yeah.
Am I going to have to start looking at him now?
Oh yeah, that's a real winner. We still have a couple of parties. Like we still have Green. We have there's also the Purple Party or the PPC Party, but they don't have any seats. So
I go vote for that granddad that fucking did the saluting. I gotta vote for him.
Yeah. Now we have floor crossers again. Another one of our conservatives went over to the Liberal side, putting Carney one seat away from a majority government. So he can do all of his climate stuff and
deep, eh? Vincent Vega's not here, is he, Beyonce? I haven't seen him in the chat. Yeah, DP, it definitely clickbait. And then he sits there trying to sell propaganda. There he is, former Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett. Yeah, I keep seeing Naftali Bennett, right? But for the last 5 days, Satan Yahoo has been missing in action.
Yeah,
his plane did take off again, but 5 countries went, you're not landing here, you're not landing here. Yeah, instead of saying no, you're not landing here, why didn't they let him land and arrest him?
Yeah.
Well, Steve, somebody said that he might be in Mar-a-Lago, so him and Trump might be showing a couple of kids, you know. Yeah, that's done the FBI director up the arse, isn't it? All that time ago. I streamed this. I gotta find that live stream. I streamed this a couple of years ago. Right? Now, this girl that actually was 13 that actually bit down on Trump's knob. Yeah, because he undone it. There was a load of people in the room and there was a young girl in the room, right?
Yeah.
And he asked for to clear the room, and then he dropped his trousers, right? And he says to this young girl, right, this is what you should be doing. And he forced her head between his legs. So she bit down on his member.
Yeah.
And I think he twatted her and then called everybody else back in and told her to get out. Well, she made 4 statements to the FBI. 4 times. And it's all in the unclassified records, right?
Yeah.
But they never followed it up. Never ever followed it up.
Yeah.
And she's a grown ass woman now. Right? Never ever followed it up, never ever done it, but they interviewed her 4 times previously.
Yeah.
And then suddenly drop it.
Yeah, it could have been like an E. Jean Carroll thing.
What's that? What's that?
Where that lady that accused that lady that said he raped her and she wasn't even in the city at the time and all this stuff.
Oh no! This girl is like she's Epstein Island, she's New York, she's London.
Yeah.
She's Andrew. Been with Andrew. They've got her. They've got all her movements. They conferred that all her movements were correct.
Cool.
Yeah, but it got brushed under the carpet.
Yeah.
So now they're asking why it got brushed under the carpet. Hey up, Izzy. So they're asking why it all got brushed under the carpet. Yeah, but you got Naftali Bennett, ex-Prime Minister, now saying that after Iran, they're going to have a war with Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey's on the list there.
Yeah.
And, Saudi Arabia, they're not. Are they going? They're not going with Israel either, are they?
No.
They told U.S. to. Have they told U.S. to get out?
Yeah, and Qatar. All of them have told U.S. to get out. Turkey got a big carpet.
Turkey's got a huge army.
Yeah, but Turkey's been supplying weapons to Israel for years, isn't it?
Have they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why not? Right.
And now they're going to be attacked.
Yeah, that's what happens when you ally with the West and Israel, right? Everybody that allies with the West gets turned over. It's what we do. We put Gaddafi in charge, then turned him over. We put Saddam Hussein in charge, turned him over. It's kind of a thing, right? I don't like that now our thing is to kill negotiators and heads of state before they can negotiate. But,
wow.
I don't make the foreign policy, so.
Well, I mean, Trump said it out loud, didn't he? It's Jared's fault. It's all Jared's fault. It's Jared and Wickoff. They told me they couldn't negotiate, so, they were going to attack America, so we thought we'd better go to war. But he keeps saying war.
Yeah.
But then in the next breath claims it ain't a war.
Yeah.
I mean, at least when you listen to Putin, it's always SMO. It's been an SMO from the very beginning. But when you listen to Trump, the war. Well, I mean, there's a lot of them strictly that are saying, Then you got Yankee Dankies going that they can't wait to get into Iran so they can fucking rape women. One of them said that these olive, there she is, Jordanian monarch. Oh yeah, she was Jordanian. So she did a year in prison before. That's her there. Jordanian monarchy forces rearrest journalist Hibo Abu Taha, who was formerly sentenced to 1 year in prison for exposing government complicity. That was after I don't know what that was after. After criticizing Jordanian air defense of Israel shooting down Iranian missiles before they could reach occupied Palestine. She was arrested again by monarchy intelligence forces. Hibbert was previously jailed for a year under for violating the monarchy cybercrimes law introduced in 2023 for exposing government's covert trade with the Zionist entity providing a food supply line during a multi-front war in 2024, and writing an article titled Partners in Extermination, Jordanian capital owners involved in Gaza genocide. So she's got a year, now she's been arrested again.
Poor girl. Yeah, no, South Korea is pretty upset with Trump too. They're pulling their THAAD systems out of there, all their other defensive systems, shipping them all to Israel.
And North Korea is on about shipping its weapons, its missiles to Iran.
Oh.
And apparently Russia has shipped weapons to Iran. But Russia let them down today. Russia and China let them down today, let Iran down today in the United Nations. And then you had another stupid, that United Nations is totally cuckooed. It's absolutely cuckooed. Absolutely cuckooed. They had, I don't know how many members voting basically against Hezbollah and going on about the Lebanese government need to disarm Hezbollah and all this lot. It's only because Hezbollah are fucking Israel up. North Korea is dangerous. He's just he's just a little sulky kid. He's feeling left out and feeling all dejected. So he said, "Ah, fuck it, I'll send my planes over a few fucking bombs over a few." But you know, the other day when I was following flight radar, and I followed that plane, and it went to Guam, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you know, they were taking out all the satellites and the domes and all that lot. Yeah. Well, they flew over there to go and get FAD and the early warning system.
Okay.
So they've flown into Guam to collect all that from Guam, which is supposed to be protecting South Korea.
Yep.
So they've flown over there. That's why they flew over there. It was like, why have they gone to? Because I still couldn't work out why that plane was going to Guam. So I worked it out now.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. Somebody else worked it out.
But yeah.
Because all their installations have gone. They're gone.
They're even hitting the THAAD systems, I heard.
Yeah. So. Yeah, totally destroyed them.
Yeah. Still, the young people at work seem to think that this is going well for the U.S. I don't.
But
wow.
You got people like Tuesday selling propaganda. Well, I can see it all coming through. I got there's notifications, bing, 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 coming up on the right hand side of my screen every couple of minutes.
Well, North Korea's got nukes. If they could just send them a warhead.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what somebody said earlier on today or yesterday.
Yeah.
They went, America's never forced regime change on Korea. Oh, no, it was, what's he called? Tucker Carlson. Now, Izzy, you say that, right? But
what's he saying?
We used to be able to see Cold Rose. We used to be able to see Cold Rose on the map, right? Now, if you remember when I did that like storm night and drove all those hundreds of miles or 147 miles, right? I drove past Coldrose when I was going to go down the Lizard, wouldn't I? But I couldn't get down there. But the size of Coldrose, it ain't on the map. You cannot find it on Google Maps. You can find Goonilly, but you can't find Coldrose on the map. Where every other base, you can see you can see the base on the maps. But all of a sudden, Coldrose, you can see St Morgan, you can see Portreath, you can see all of them on the maps, but you can't see Coldrose on the map no more.
But, it or you know?
I don't know. I mean, a big American plane flew into Newquay Airport the other day, Izzy. A big C-130 flew into there. No rhyme or reason for it being here.
Yeah, they got to be picking up just equipment. Everything's going to be sourcing equipment now because they're, running out of shit.
Yeah, 700, well, United Nations said 750,000 people have been displaced. We know it's more than that because they were saying more than that just a few days ago, strictly.
What about all the Lebanese people that left their homes?
Yeah. Well, I showed on the map, didn't I? I showed on the map.
I didn't even get what the hell that was about. Like, what do you do? Like, just abandon your property to Israel or what? Like,
no, they've just had to go. They've just had to go north, haven't they? Because Israel cleared all the way up to Tyre, past the blue, plaster.
So are they going to bomb the area? What?
Hey?
They're going to bomb the area?
Well, they have been bombing it.
Yeah.
That's because Coldrose's gone woke. Coldrose has always been woke.
Jesus.
Well, they had the buffer zone, the blue zone.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to retreat past the blue zone, but they didn't. They took over the waters, didn't they? They took over Mount Hebron. And what's the other stupid mountain called? They took over the top of that one. Right, Beyonce, catch you later, mate. You take it easy.
Hi, Beyonce.
Well, that's what it's for, Steve, is the Greater Israel Project, isn't it? They wanted part of Lebanon. They've been bombing the shit out of Beirut every single day. United Nations said nothing about that. No, said nothing about it.
Yeah, you don't even really hear about it at all.
No. Vanessa Beeley. She used to live in Lebanon. Damascus. She used to live in Damascus when HCS started doing the raids and Israel started doing the raids. Yeah, Iran will never run.
Be right back.
All right. They've been bombing Dubai tonight, strictly. And all that plonker think they don't support their leaders. You wouldn't have that many people on the streets for the fucking king, would you? You wouldn't have that many people on the streets for fucking an MP, would you? Right, they go right off the top, right off the fucking thing. But I mean, it's just SNN. I don't like SNN. We looked at some of SNN's videos the other day, and they turned out to be definitely AI videos.
I haven't been using them, so let's try to.
This is Dubai, total lockdown. But up here somewhere, I don't know which one it is. Maybe they actually put drones straight through the windows. Where's the pictures? There. Is it there? I don't know. Yeah, up there, look. Put a drone straight through. Well, they're all running away from Dubai, SR. All your football players and all your rich people, they're all running away. But Dubai was struck multiple times with target assassinations. The target building is located in important Dubai Creek Harbour area, which is inhabited and frequently visited by many American and Israeli diplomats. The area's strict entry systems and 24-hour security targeting a specific floor inside a building in such a sensitive and secured area indicates a level of Iranian intelligence access.
Could be Russian targeting.
Or Chinese.
Yeah. And really, they haven't told people how detailed the targeting can go. I think they're actually kind of holding off on that.
Oh, no, they've shown it, haven't they? I showed it on here.
Yeah, they're playing it up, though, like, oh, they got intelligence about his house. No, they just follow the person around. You know?
No, yeah, that's it. They just follow the person. It's like Netanyahu, right?
Yeah.
Now we know what he's in. But you know, all the intelligence stuff and all that bollocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
I think they can get their MAC address hidden, but you can't hide your biosignature.
Every camera, he obviously got iPhone.
Yeah.
But every camera's blocked up.
Yeah. He doesn't want anyone spying on him. Camera on the screen too, behind the touch screen as well.
Yeah.
A hidden one.
Sure can, Isaac. But he's got every camera covered.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You remember what's his name? The guy that made the Nord Stream antivirus or whatever it was, the antivirus thing. He was hiding in a basement with jammers and cellophane all around. You know, you had the entire room covered in aluminum foil, and and I still figure they could probably still find him, even with jammers in a shielded room underground. You know, soon as
There
you
was
step out of that, they'll find you.
somebody the other day was like in a bloody grow tent.
Yeah,
They were conducting their interview from what looked like the inside of a grow tent.
Hello?
Hello?
hello,
Hi, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
doing good. How are you?
Hello.
Let me turn your mic up.
All right.
Speak now. Hello, hello. Isaac? Isaac?
Oh, something happened there.
Hello, hello, hello. Eisenberg.
Yeah, his icon went away.
No, he's jumped off.
Yeah, try again.
Link's still in the link's still there. His mic was really quiet. I turned his mic up.
Yeah.
But it like this lot ain't getting notifications. Yeah, they're all members of IDF. Why are they screaming?
Because they're members
Hello?
of the EF.
Yeah, the diaper army. Eisenberg.
They don't go to war. They don't fight anybody.
I tell you
Right.
what, I'll try on my phone, mate.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Yeah,
Can hear you now.
turn your camera off. That's all. Yeah, leave it the way it is. Actually.
Well, no, my camera's off because of
Oh.
the switch, but
Yeah, it's good.
let
It sounds
me
good.
turn the camera off as well.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hey up, Method.
Jeez, I'm having to lean right forward on this device. No, the microphone's crap. But no, can you remember Smiler? Hello, American friend
How you
here.
doing?
That's Max.
Max.
Good
Yep.
Hello, Max.
to meet you.
Good to meet you. I'm Heisenberg. I'm local in your area in the motorhome cooking crack cocaine. No, not really.
Oh, I join you, but you know.
no, not really. Never. No, but can you remember, Smire, about before you went out on the storm run?
Yeah.
I was saying there was a load of oh God, I can never remember the names. C-60s, are they the American planes?
Yeah.
The other ones, the ones that carry machinery over.
Yeah. C-130s, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were, and literally you could, and it made it so obvious on flight radar because they never blanked them, which they do with a lot of the military stuff in Cornwall.
Yeah.
These were so obvious about 3 months ago, I'd say, and it was all of the military type aircraft that bring machinery in, and it went direct from America, direct flight, I'm guessing refueled in the air.
Yeah.
And it went to Newquay, it went to Caldrose, it went round all of the coastline, surveilling, and straight back to America. And
Yeah.
then recently, can you remember, the government said, oh, yeah, we're not getting involved in all this apart from defence. And yet, there's been American planes then coming in, picking up that machinery, which is weapons, yeah?
Yeah.
and then going over there. So they're all fucking lying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We know that they are.
Yeah, I've been watching Flight Radar for God knows how long, and I always watch marine traffic because I can see all the fucking French twats fishing inside the 3 mile limit.
That's what I do, and I also listen to also radio. I've got a load of radio gear, so I listen to that on the coast because you can pick it all up here, can't you?
Yeah. But it's like Cold Rose. Cold Rose hasn't even got a viewing area.
It used to have at the back.
Yeah.
What, they took it down?
I think so.
I used to have
yeah, you used to turn right as if you were going to Port Falstock, wasn't it?
I don't know. Did they ever tell you the story?
Turn left side for Port Falstock, and then you drive down that road about 500 meters, and then you turn left, and it used to take you into a viewing area.
It's like a caged area.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a car park, yeah. It's not very big. It's just like a little car park, isn't it, with all caged sort of fences. But my missus used to work there, you know. She worked there for 20 years when I lived in Hale, you know, the farmhouse that I had when I moved, like, with my wife.
Right.
Well, she worked there. She's retired now, so I can probably reveal some. But no, she didn't tell me anything really, because she was under the Official Secrets Act. But
my mate's husband, he still works in the NAFI, but apparently it's not called the NAFI no more.
No. It was, what was it, the 747 squadron? Is it 7? What was it? The one that was recommissioned. You know, all the Merlins and the it was around that area. But yeah, basically, I used to have a pass to go in there when I was married. You know, back then, and with my wife, and I used to go in there to pick up. You know, it's just like a husband-wife pass type thing. But you know, if you went the wrong way by accident, you're done. They'd stop you immediately. They'd know. You know what I mean? Your number plate, everything. And there's machine guns, and they're loaded. It was...
Yeah, but you've got civilians on guard nowadays.
No way.
Yeah, you've got civilians on guard. You know, I mean, when I was in, you had live ammunition. Yeah. You was on guard duty. You had live ammunition.
Oh, these
You walk round the camp. You walk round the camp perimeter with a pickaxe handle, with a lump of steel at the end of it.
What now? You mean?
No, that's what you used to do.
No. Back when my wife worked there, and I used to have a pass, we couldn't do any of that. No, they were.
Well, Cold Roads. Every sixth fence. So where they're like 10 foot or 12 foot fences, so every sixth one, so every 72 foot, you got CCTV camera.
Oh yeah.
But the whole fence is touch sensitive.
But are you saying now it's lapsed? Are you saying now there's nothing?
Well, they all seem laxy daisy, don't they?
Well, yeah. In Cornwall, yeah.
Well, no, even in Cyprus, Akatari, it was civilians on the gate, no weapons.
When I went there, I had a pass, and I'm telling you, those guys, those guns were loaded. And
when you look at, you got one that's got a 9mm pistol. You got one.
Yeah, they had pistols and machine guns. Yeah. On the gate.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't, because I knew, my missus told me. She said if you turned the wrong way, you would get stopped within like a minute by somebody, a guard or a security, come out and go, are you going the right way, sir? And they question you. And you go, oh, I'm just picking my wife up, because, you know, that's what it was. It was a pass going.
But if you used to break down on Cold Rose Road, if you broke down, didn't matter which direction you were going,
I've got a story.
you get RMPs out to you straight away.
Listen, mate, I got actually chased by not chased, but followed by the police in 2010, 2011
Yeah,
for that exact reason, right?
yeah,
Because I was project managing a property in Porthleven, yeah,
yeah,
which is, well, we used to go through Helston and pick up the bait and butties and then, go off to Porthleven, yeah.
yeah.
It was a long journey. It was quite a massive project. Anyway, you can imagine, right? I'm taking a load of builders out, and I was in a Volvo at the time. It was a Volvo V70 or something estate. I got a
Right.
load of builder guys in the back, all smoking. Probably one of them may have been smoking a bit of illicit things, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like 7:30 in the morning, and we're on the way to Porthleven. And I did notice a guy behind in a brand new car, and he had lapels on. I thought, oh, yeah, it's called Rose, because my missus used to work there, so I knew all that. And
yeah,
we turned off at the lights where he'd go straight on, if you know what I mean, and we go down towards Helston.
mm-hmm.
And anyway, the next thing, my sister-in-law rung me, and fortunately my nephew, her son, was in my car because he was one of the lads, one of the builders. And she went, the police had just rung me, because at the time my cars and my van was registered at one of their properties, yeah?
All right, yeah.
And she went, they're after you. And I went, what do you mean they're after me? And she went, is the car legal? I went, of course it is. And she went, is my son with you? I was going to say his name then. And I went, yeah. And he was going, Mum, what's the matter? What's the matter? What's he done? And she went, I don't know, but the police are after him.
Yeah,
Anyway, we then immediately turned around to one of the lads that was a bit of an idiot. We always knew he was. He was a good lad. He was a good hard worker. If you told him to do this, flat this down and sand that and do that and paint that the way I want you to do it, he'd do it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
As you taught him how to do it, he'd do exactly. And he was a good lad. But he was a photographer, and he was always hanging out the window. And we used to tell him, stop taking pictures, you're annoying people, you know. Anyway, we went past a school, and there was a lollipop lady in the middle of the road. And he took some pictures, and we went, stop it, stop, you're going to get done. You know, like, people, it's like school time. You can't take pictures like that. And we knew he was a twat. Anyway, this guy was behind me then. I'd already observed him. I'm pretty observant. And we said, stop taking pictures of the lollipop lady. Anyway, the next thing, I get that phone call when we get to Helston. That was in the little village before it, 4 lanes, you know where I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, no. I says, it's bloody, what's his name? I says, he's been taking pictures. It'd be that lollipop lady. Oh, we told him to stop taking pictures because he hangs out the window, you know, like a vlogger, you know what I mean? Like on
Yeah.
And anyway, we got to the Spar shop at Helston where we
on the roundabout.
Yeah, we used to go there probably 7:30, 8 o'clock, you know, bait and butties, all the breakfasts for the lads before we got to Porthleven. And the police were ringing me by then after Dawn had rung me. And I was like, yeah, what do you want? And they went, where are you going? I went, well, I'm going to work. I've got the lads in the car. I'm going to the site light. I'm going to drop them off. And we've got work. Why? What's going on? My car's illegal. That's the way I was going, you know, because I think at the time it was a fairly new car to me, if you get me.
Yeah.
So that's the way I was coming. And they went, no, it's nothing to do with that. Where are you now? I was, well, we're just getting the bacon butties. And it was just so innocent, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Then I went, oh, I know what you're ringing about. I says, it's that guy behind. And he's reported us because we were hanging out well, not me, but there was a guy hanging out the window taking photographs. And they never said yes or no. And anyway, they never actually asked where the property was that I was going to. And yet, within a minute of me getting there, and this was in 2011, yeah?
Yeah.
They were there. They tracked me, even in that date.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was the 3-point pin, you know what I mean?
Yeah, since 95, they've been able to track your body.
Yeah. And he knocked on the door. He was a local Bobby, really nice guy. And I went, yeah, he's upstairs. Go and have a look at him. He'll show you the photos of the lollipop lady. Oh, by the way, in America, if you don't know what a lollipop lady is, it's an old term for, well, actually, it could be a man, but school crossing lady.
Okay,
and
yeah.
used to carry like a stick in the middle.
Yeah, a little stop sign. And,
lollipop. Yeah. So I said to the policeman, I says he's upstairs. He'll show you. It's all innocent, and there was no children on the photograph because that's what we told him. You can't take pictures around schools. You know what I mean? Hanging out a window, you're going to cause trouble. It was nothing to do with that. It was because he was hanging out the window all that time, not just that, taking photographs, and he was behind us, the guy that worked at Caldrose, yeah, with the lapels that I'd spotted. And I'm sure one of them was smoking some illegal substance because I kept telling them off in the back. I was going, Lloyd, pack it in, like, you know. And I was like, wow, this is how. Are you saying now it's not like that, or it is at Caldrose? Is it really bad now, as in you wouldn't even...
Well, you still, it depends. You still, if you're driving past her in the morning, because like obviously all by Spa Shop, that's all married quarters. Then if you come in, if you go Sainsbury's, you got Sainsbury's petrol station and Sainsbury's, haven't you? All opposite that is all the old married quarters. So they all leave there and they all go to Caldrose. So if you're going, like, you know, if I was going to Coveruck and I was like driving down to Coveruck in the pickup truck and there's a couple of us in there and one sat in the back, they would flag us. They would flag us. They would report us.
Oh, they still do that, yeah.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is, though, there's no activity going on there. So why are they so worried?
Well, no, there's definitely activity going on in there, but it's like Caldrose has disappeared off Google Earth.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go on Google, even on Flight Radar, Caldrose ain't even on Flight Radar now.
Are you sure? How?
Yeah.
Well, only in the last month or so, maybe. Yeah.
No, I don't know how long it's been. I just noticed it. I noticed it the other week, and I thought, why ain't Caldrose on there no more?
Because what I do is I go on it and then I zoom out. And then and immediately I find the first Merlin, or you know, the helicopters from there, the Merlins and the. Let me just have a look now.
Just sharing it,
and it shows them landing and taking off from Caldrose. Well, it says. Actually, it says Houston, I think, mainly, yeah.
That's Guam. That's Guam, Max. So that's Anderson Air Force Base. Remember, I said, well, why are they going to Anderson?
I don't know.
For
There's a
me,
blue, yeah, but on mine there's a blue dot that shows the airport at Rose. Are you saying that you don't get that?
all right, let's go to Cold Rose a minute.
I've got a blue dot as the airport, just sort of south east of Houston. There's nothing there at the moment.
There's Perranporth, there's Elfstone. Right,
There's
there's
no
Cold Rose.
I tell you what, at the moment, there's no aircraft in Cornwall, is there, at the moment, if you look?
Oh no, it's there now.
Yeah.
It's there now. The big anarchy sign.
Yeah, just south of Houston, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you noticed that? That's rare. There's no aircraft in Cornwall at the moment. None. No helicopters.
Nothing. No helicopters, nothing.
In fact, if you zoom right out, the
Because
nearest...
I always used to laugh because Cold Rose is an anarchy sign.
I tell you what, I have been on the flight simulators there. I've been in the aircraft bit when my wife worked there. I've been all in the top secret bits, but I won't reveal anything because I don't want to get shot.
Well, look, there's nothing flying in Cornwall whatsoever.
I know I've only just looked because of that, but that's unusual. Oh, well, we're not defended. The only aircraft I can see is Wales just coming in the south tip. There's nothing, no aircraft. That is unusual, actually. That's really weird. That's the opposite. What's that in London I'm seeing? What are those? Oh, LGW Leader. What's Leader 6? In London area. That's another aircraft thing. But it looked like a bomb in London area.
Why is that Airbus not applicable?
I don't know, but if you look on, I just went. I've never seen this image before. If you look in London area, there's these grey things. What are they? In Crawley. What are they? I've never seen them. And it goes Leader 6, LGW Airport. Oh, I don't know.
Big and Hill.
Never seen them before.
There's Croydon.
I don't know. I tell you what, though, I've just zoomed out. There's not as many aircraft up in the air at the moment over the UK. But anyway, who knows?
It's good to hear for a second.
That's a weird flight pattern, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Which one?
This one here, and it's a Bombardier Global, that is.
Or is that a radar plane?
It could be. It's a private plane, but they were hiring private planes.
Yeah, it's like the ones that sometimes go off from Cold Rose, and then they disappear off the radar, don't they?
Yeah.
They'll go round and they'll do circular, like round and round in spirals over the coast, and you know they're scanning. You know they are over the sea. Because it's like a particular pattern that they do.
Yeah. Could be dumping chemtrails too.
Yeah, it could be that.
That one there has left Germany. It landed in Germany from Yankee Doodle Land.
Go over to Iran, it shows nothing. And Russia.
Yeah. I think Poland's completely shut down. It's that's flown from Maine. That one has.
Yeah, but the thing is, we know that there are aircraft going over those waters.
Yeah, you just turn your transponder off.
Yeah, but they won't show them on flight radar, will they?
Yeah, Russia's going to be sending a lot of planes there without any radar, any transponders, for sure.
Well, even our aircraft, the helicopters, and the RAF vehicles, when I spot them, 1 minute you can see them, and the next minute they've disappeared. And then the next minute you see that they've landed at Newquay or Culdrose.
That's a strata tanker there.
Yeah.
Must have flown out.
Which app are you on now? Is this Flight Radar?
Yeah.
Have you got the full version? How do you get that vision? I can't get that.
Just click on the planes.
Oh, mine's different.
That's a KC-135 strata tanker. Was flown out of West Bank.
I tell you what, when I went over to Culdrose about, it must have been 15 years ago, and I was on an official visit there, and I went round and I was looking at all the aircraft, and some of them were being recommissioned. And you're only supposed to ask. Well, you should know better, and I did know better, but I just can't help it. You shouldn't really ask certain questions. I did. I asked questions that I shouldn't ask, and I got shut down immediately. And it was only stupid things. You know what I mean? It was really stupid things. It was more of an interest, really. It was in the technical department, and the helicopters were stripped down. They're having an update, if you get me, or all the modification on the radar equipment. And I knew there was no power to them, and yet they were lit up with these glowing bulbs inside. And I knew that they were the old fluorescent technique, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they never run out. They were so bright though. I was shocked, and I asked how they worked, and he was like, I think it was. I followed up with, because I know that there's no power connected at the moment because I've checked, and at that point he shut me down. I just laughed. I did. I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" You know what I mean? They're so sensitive, aren't they?
So what did you think it was?
It was like I was asking something that was secret when
Maybe.
it's actually not really. I mean, they invited me in to look at all the looms on them, all the wiring looms, but you ask the wrong question. It's like, need to know only, don't ask questions.
It was like an earth battery or something?
No, it was just the normal, the old fluorescents with the old nuclear uranium in them. They're basically a glass vessel on the aircraft. I'd say about 100 millimeter or 10 centimeters, so 4 or 5 inches long. Glass vessel. I'm guessing pretty thick, actually. I'm guessing the glass vessel was probably 5 millimeters thick.
Yeah.
And it was, I wouldn't say green like the normal fluorescent. It was more of a yellow. It was liquid, definitely, because there was an air bubble in it, and the others as well, because they were all over it. And it was basically when they crash in the sea, the whole aircraft is still lit up.
Yeah.
They never go out. They never go out. I mean, these
things, you buy them for fishing.
Yeah. They were 20 years old. They're not the ones you charge up or break and they last for They just stay lit forever.
Yeah, you used to get the ones you used to crack, and then you stick them on your float.
But they're so bright, though, aren't they, Smiler?
But these other ones, you just buy them.
The only reason I picked up on it was because there was no other lighting on in the aircraft, and I'd already looked at all the electricals.
They last for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, he reckoned 20. He did tell me afterwards, once we're out the room, he said 20 years. He said they get a bit dim. But yeah. But he's the same as, I've got an old watch with the same thing in.
Yeah, but the watch you've got to charge up, haven't you, with a bit of torchlight.
The new ones, not the old ones. Yeah. Well, actually, in 1940s, there was a particular pottery that was glazed in this country more than ever.
Yeah, uranium.
Yeah, uranium. Yeah. It's like orangey, reddy, glazed colour.
No, you got the green one.
Yeah,
all the green,
well.
Which was supposed to be really, really good for you. All the all the fireplaces. That was how they used to heat the houses.
Well, there might be something to that, yeah. No, but I remember my grandma having a load of the orange ones, and you put a Geiger counter up to them, and it's going.
Yeah, the dinner plates they made them out of, eh?
Yeah, all the green dinner plates and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still.
Supposed to be good for your food.
Is it?
That's what they said.
I wonder how many of them are alive now.
There was one scientist that one of the developers of the nuclear reactors that claimed it was perfectly safe. That it was a total hoax. That it was poisonous. He used to be swimming in the cooling ponds and all that.
Yeah.
Uranium. Yeah.
Well, it's like the microwave oven. Originally, the microwave oven, they were doing it as a weapon, really. It was. The actual magnetron in the middle of a microwave was being developed in the 40s for weapons, and the guy that was doing it was all exposed, and he had some chocolate in his pocket, and he wondered why it kept melting when he was and that's where the microwave oven ended up being developed, because he was cooking the chocolate. He ended up dying, though, by the way.
You call it the radar range.
Yeah.
But that what didn't market well, so they changed it to microwave. I think that magnetron is based on the Faches. You know what the Faches is? With this bundle of sticks with an axe?
Yeah. Well, I know how they work, but
it's the right shape. It's got the right components for it to actually be a precursor to the microwave or to the magnetron.
It is, yeah. You can do lots of experiments.
When you're looking for this glass, a simple way to find it is you get yourself a little UV flashlight.
Oh, yeah.
And you go around the store, the antique store, and you put that flashlight out, and you'll notice that this will begin to glow. That's the phosphorus glow of uranium. And this dates back to the lightning bugs and back to the 16 and 1700s when they were discovering different types of glass and different types of stones and different types of animals and different types of bugs, which all glowed. They all had a phosphorus resonance. or a life force resonance. So when a person is drinking from this, it's like drinking the sun, ionizing energy. And it's interesting because, you know, they tell you to stay away from the sun because the ionizing energy that's coming off of it. But they tell you the cell phones and Wi-Fi and all that nonsense is all the stuff to go with. But in reality, the ionizing radiation that comes off uranium is a fascinating one to look into. If you have a collection of these, or if you like to collect any things, look into uranium glass. It's a fun one to look into. And it's a really fascinating rabbit hole because when you take, for example, uranium glass and you fill it with water, it helps structure the water, which is really cool. And when you take this same water, pour it onto plants, they begin to grow.
There you go.
I tell you another fascinating substance that I've got actually quite a lot of it because I'm doing stuff with it at the moment, and that's bismuth.
Yeah.
Element 83. It's one of the ones that's actually one of the most stable elements, and yet it's between the it actually gives gamma rays off, and yet it's stable because it's got a half-life of God knows how many billion years, so you'd never get any reaction from it.
Yeah.
I've got a kilo of it at the moment because I'm going to melt some more down. I make bismuth crystals. I'm doing something with it at the moment. Have you ever seen a bismuth crystal?
Yeah. They're mad as poo, aren't they, under a microscope?
Yeah, they're really hard. I've been doing it for about 3 months now to try and get the perfect ones for what I want to do. And oh my God, the amount I've melted back down again and wasted. Because it's about the slowing down of the heat process at the end and then pulling the crystals out. And then you put another one in to seed that one, if you get me, and then put it out. And I've got some really nice ones now.
What are you going for, like the size or just the shape?
The shape, the quasoids, but I'm also doing something which is if you get 2 cast pieces of bismuth, which I've got, you can levitate a neodymium magnet in between them, and it looks amazing. No electricity, it just floats in between them forever. Because bismuth is diamagnetic, a bit like copper and a bit like aluminium, but even more so.
Yeah.
And so if you get the distance between the 2 cast bismuth plates and then a magnet above, and then you distance the 2 pieces of bismuth, it acts as like a shield, if you get me. So it's attracting the magnet that's floating to the one that's above it that you're adjusting.
Yeah.
But you can fine tune it so it gets to that point where it's hovering in between the 2 pieces of bismuth.
They grow, SR, they grow bigger. It's the same as using copper as well. Copper will make you, like all these secret gardeners.
Yeah.
Use
copper cores.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same as if you put copper rods 3 foot in the ground and about 4 or 5 foot away, particularly in clay soil. If you put flipping out, I can't think of the any other alkaline metal like galvanized steel.
You'll get an earth battery.
Yeah,
you'll get about 0.7 volts, and if you multiply that, you can get power.
I made one of those out of a bunch of cigarette tins. Got a LED to go for about 4 months on without touching it. I just filled it up with salt water, dirt, the zinc and copper in, and
well, that's what they found in the clay clay in the clay pots. They found the rod inside it, and it was the early battery.
Yep.
Going back millennia, 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, it works great. Worked for months without me touching it.
Do you know, when you think, though, the basic science tells us that seawater, sand, and various other elements that are so natural and abundant produce energy. So you've got seawater, yeah? You've got salt in it, you've got water, H2O, oxygen, hydrogen, etc. And there's an abundance of power. Water's one of the most, I would say, it's one of the most defiant elements ever. It doesn't do what other liquids and elements do. So when you freeze it, it floats, but all other substances don't. It defies the laws of physics, water does.
You heard of the exclusion zone?
Sorry?
The EZ zone or exclusion zone? There's a very thin molecular layer,
Yes,
water at the top of the surface that's almost pure.
Yeah, that's why you can float a needle on it and use it as a compass.
Yeah, and it behaves like a solid kind of.
water is the most amazing thing, and then when you mix it with the most natural elements, including lime and salts and other things, and then also you can extract sodium pure, and so on and so on. It's just, I just find water, and yet it's the most abundant thing on the planet. Doesn't that tell you something? It's the power. That's the power. And it, and every time somebody proves it, or any other form of energy that is not necessarily free, but I like the word over unity. A perpetual motion is something that is going into the realms of quantum physics, which is possible, but over unity is something different, where you can get something out. Nuclear is that. You get over unity. You get more than you put in.
I don't know. I mean, I used to use potassium hydroxide. Put about 2.5 to 4 amps through it, and that would give me Brown's gas, hydrogen. Yeah. And I used to run that on my Range Rover. I used to get better miles per gallon on it.
Oh, you had it in your car.
Yeah, basically making a HHO generator, basically.
Did it work?
Yes. And
I saw a lot of experiments with that years ago in Georgia.
we used to use it for decarbonating heads.
Yeah. But I heard if you get caught with one, you're in trouble. For some reason.
Mine used to go through the MOT every time with it in there.
Yeah, you got to have a blowback though on it, haven't you? You got to have a blowback.
No, bubbler. Yeah, you got to have a bubbler.
Bubbler, yeah. So otherwise, you're going to end up getting like.
I used to use Brown's gas for soldering for jewellery making.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that. I tell you what, anybody can do it. They can stick a blooming 9-volt battery in some salt water and it'll produce it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, it is true. You use far more energy to produce hydrogen in the normal electrolysis type of method than you would by other means. and there are other means with chemical reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I had this argument with Crinkle, and it was like, well, my engine is running. When my engine is running, it's powered off the alternator. So the alternator's spinning up. As long as I haven't got an intelligent alternator, it only kicks in when it needs to kick in. Like the alternator's running, and
Well, yeah, a good alternator will always give out more power than needed for a normal car. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, but it costs you money to do it. No, it doesn't cost anything because the fucking alternator's charging anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, unless you got an intelligent alternator that only kicks in when you want extra power, or
how did you feed it into the intake though? Into the air?
No, into the air filter, straight through the air filter.
So it was hydrogen vapor.
Yeah, hydrogen vapor. Yeah,
Well,
you could fill it. Yeah, you could fill a balloon up and burst the balloon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you could fill.
a bottle rocket.
Yeah, you could fill Coke bottles up and make Coke rocket.
Yeah, I did some with some fins on them. You know, proper fins, so it flies.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, they go really powerful. Less they blow up.
Yeah, some of them blow up first, and then everybody's rushing because they've just heard a big bang.
Yeah. I often do a little trick. I've got various well, let's just say sparking in igniters and things. And the other day, my daughter came round and she knew, and she was bringing her friends around. She knows what I'm like with all my bits and science bits. And she had a Pringles packet that she'd left, and it was empty. And they're perfect, little plastic cap on them. I sprayed some isopropanol in it, you know what I mean? And I put some Pringles in it as well, just a bit crumpled up in the middle of the room. And anybody wants Pringle? And I pressed the button on my desk and it went poof. Blew up in the middle of the room. It was hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, hydrogen. Actually, hydrogen implodes, not explodes. It actually implodes, doesn't it? But then it explodes because of the implosion, if you get me. If it's in an enclosed space, an implosion becomes an explosion. But it is.
Sorry, I went for a slash.
No,
but yeah, it does. It's like the old TV screens. Remember the old TV screens? They used to implode and then explode into little tiny pieces.
Do you know when I was a kid, that's what got me into electronics. You know the TV repairman crew. Remember them?
Yeah.
Ready Fusion or whatever it was. Oh God! When he come round, I was there. Back from school, TV man's coming round to repair, and he had that back off the TV, and it was full of electronics. And he'd say, "Don't you ever go?" Because you were always told as a kid. In fact, if you went to the back of an old TV back in the day and just put your hands around the back, you could feel the static, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You remember it? You could feel.
But we used to turn the TV on, and it used to go.
Yeah.
You know, if you ran your hand across the screen, you get all the static.
Yeah.
Because you could shoot. I used to be able to shock my brother.
Proper plasma ray gun they were.
Yeah. But it was all the valves inside them as well.
Oh yeah, the valves.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 7. That's when I first got interested in electronics. We had a Roberts radio, and back in the day, that's about the most you had. Really, you didn't really have a telephone unless you was rich. So we had a black and white TV in the lounge, and we had a Roberts radio in the kitchen, and it was on a battery. You know, them big, massive batteries.
PP9.
Yeah, them huge
Yeah.
things. Probably last a week, and then you have to buy another one because you have it on every day. But anyway, this radio went wrong, and I knew what it was. It was just, you know, the volume control. It would get crackly, and
Yeah.
it was just static. It needed the rheostat cleaning up. And I was only 7, so I took it apart and I mended it. The only thing is, I didn't tell my mum and dad that I'd retuned it as well, so it only got taxis and aircraft and all that. That's what I wanted. So in the morning, they turn it on, and all they could hear is taxis and aircraft and police and all that. It was about 108, 10 something megahertz. I got the biggest bollocking. And I was just like, I was 7. I was like, well, I mended it. It works.
Yep.
They were the days. Mind you, you know now, if you plug a shortwave radio in, you can pick up some stuff still. There's quite a lot of things out there.
Yeah, that's right, SI, yeah. It's like, what's the matter with my telly? What's the matter with my telly?
A tally?
Yeah, if you put a speaker next to the telly, all the colour used to go to one side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a magnet or
Yeah,
anything.
the magnet, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you used to
Yeah,
get.
magnet will make cool designs. If you put a magnet up to it, it made cool designs.
Mind you, you could actually damage the screen, couldn't you? The phosphorus
Yeah.
things if you put something too close. But I tell you what, though, there was some massive capacitors, and there was also the high voltage coil that kept it into the screen. And I always remembered the TV man would wear gloves and pull that little plastic thing off the tube. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And then it'd spark it out on the earth. And you used to see a massive spark. And he used to say to me, that's why you never touch these.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. But the thing is, he taught me how to do it.
Yeah.
He taught me how to make it safe. I couldn't resist it then. I was taking them apart. One of my uncles used to give me all his old TVs, and I was like taking them apart. Microwave ovens as well when they first come out. The best thing is take a microwave oven coil and reverse the primary and the secondary coil. And stick some capacitors on it, some big capacitors. And do it in pulses. And you get some massive, huge amperage and sparks. It's quite dangerous.
You put one of those magnetrons into a tin can, and you can, and a few capacitors on it. You can telephone at a distance.
Have you seen that YouTube channel in America? Yeah. It's called Styro Pyro, I think, or something. And he's only a youngish chap. He does a load of stuff with lasers, really high intensity lasers. And he's got like a ranch, so he can do it. And he's got ones now that he shoots like 100 meters. These are military grade, really. A laser, and it will burn a tree. It will just set fire to it.
Yeah, I've seen ads for them out of Japan or China. I'm not sure if they're real. These box
Oh, it is. It's definitely real. But the thing is, the power you need. Having
Yeah.
said that, though, that's what they're using now on all this military defense in Israel.
Yeah.
That's what they're using, but way, way more powerful. And it is cheaper than missiles because one shot of a laser, but it has to be the right target. It has to be an aircraft at a certain speed
Yeah.
that it can target, fire for long enough to burn a hole in a particular part that will take the.
And very quickly, people will come up with countermeasures.
Oh, they will. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll come up with reflectors that
Yeah,
will just.
reflective surfaces. Cheap outburn parts. Things like that. Yeah.
Imagine though firing a laser up to a plane then that's got a defense mechanism that fires it back straight down
Yeah.
and destroys it.
Yeah.
But no, at the moment that technology is being used, and they won't admit it. They will not admit it, and it is. It's on all the RAF, including the UK, American.
Yeah, it's on all the ships.
Yeah, it's on all of them, all the Navy ships, everything.
They got them for airplanes too.
Yeah.
Trump said he's going to deploy lasers there.
I mean, it won't get a supersonic missile. No way. It will not.
No, I don't think so. Wouldn't have enough burn time, and they have evasive capability.
Yeah, it's not going to track it for long enough to burn through. But an aircraft, it will. Anything going 600-700 miles an hour, it will definitely take it out. Yeah. And the thing is with that, as opposed to God knows how many thousands and hundreds of thousands of pounds per missile, one shot of a laser is 20 quid, $20 or whatever. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah. You just need a lot of them.
Yeah, but they've all got them now, but they won't admit it.
No. Trump admitted it.
Although some of them do go miles, and then others only go a couple of kilometres. That's all.
Well, Trump's supposed to be sending one to Israel, isn't he?
Yeah.
They've already got them there. They've already got them.
Well, Israel have just given Modi one, so I don't know why Israel aren't using it.
Yeah.
Israel's got the best protection. It's all from bloody Raytheon and Lockheed, Skunk Works, everything. Israel.
They got the best protection, but everything that Iran's thrown at them's got through.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Israel is being used as a test facility for American weaponry.
Well, no, worldwide weaponry. And worldwide training. British police go there, British soldiers go there, and it's all live firing. It's all the Palestinians were the guinea pigs.
Well, when I was doing stuff in the 90s, without giving too much away, just on electronic side to do with stuff, and we never knew, like you don't, what it's going into. I can tell you now, there was stuff that had codes on the drawings for wiring looms, and electronics, and it said LHM, and then it went SW on it. Well, are you telling me that's not? It's pretty obvious who that is, isn't it? Lockheed, Skunk Works,
Oh, yeah.
And then it'd have numbers and dates. Like like your driving license does, all in broken up bits.
Yeah.
You get a drawing, and they forget to on the corner of the bottom drawing where it's got the like a reference number, and it's a need to know bit, and you're making a wiring loom for something, and you pretty much know that it's for military, but you know who it's for because they give the game away with little codes like that. Do you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like all CAN bus systems on cars. Every foot they got the wiring code on it. You know, because most of the wires now are all white, and then they're just printed
Oh,
with
well, this
with a
was the
code.
wiring diagram, but this was on, you know, the drawing number or their reference number. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Corner at the bottom, like it's like a grid drawing back in the day.
yeah.
And then in the middle, you'd have your drawing and the loom or whatever and all the connectors. That's fine. That was released information. But in the corner, their reference number was obviously like like Lockheed Martin and Skunk Works, and
Hmm.
you know, it was all initials and numbers. But if like on your license where it's all split up, if you knew the way they were doing it, you could tell a date on it.
Yeah.
It was so obvious.
My mate does that now as a job,
What's that? Sorry.
soldering all the wiring looms and making aerials for all the military vehicles.
Yeah, I did a lot of I did way back. I did a lot of sat nav stuff and all sorts of stuff.
We were looking at the plates on the missiles that they found. Seeing
Oh yeah, the other day, the pack twos, yeah.
Yeah. But you know, half the time though, I didn't know what I was making. Well, I did, but you know, you're only given so much information. Like there was one thing, and I must admit, I made a lot of money out of it. They cost me 50p per piece per board, and I'd sell them for £1. So I was doubling my money. And it was as simple as that. That's what you do with the military, you know, just think of a figure, double it.
Down in Pontoonoof, Heisenberg.
What's that, sorry?
She's down in Pontoonoof, west of where they do all that. It's a military contract.
Really?
Yeah.
In Pontoonoof?
Yeah. On the right hand side, you've got the little shop, and then you go over the bridge.
Yeah.
Just as you go over the bridge, there's an industrial estate, isn't there?
Yeah.
Only a very tiny one, and their soldering workshops are in there, and it's all military stuff.
That was no different to mine when I moved from Derbyshire, and I moved here over 30 years ago, and I had my operation in Hale, in a little farm place. That's exactly the same. And my missus worked for Caldrose at the time. Yeah, it's the same.
I've got to get going. Nice meeting you, Heisenberg. Good night, Smiley.
Yes, and you.
All right, take it easy.
Talking to you. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Yes, good night.
Catch you later, Max.
Yeah, it's amazing. But I do find it funny that the military go for this need to know, and different departments that are separate from others, yeah. But actually, everybody kind of knows. If you get me, you're not allowed to talk about it, but you know. It's just. I mean, obviously, you don't know the top secrets. You never will. Oh, I've got a badger outside my house now. Oh, he's a nice one. I don't see the badgers very often. I get the foxes, but not badgers. They just come to my patio door.
Oh, well.
I don't like the badgers, though.
Evil.
There's shit everywhere. It's all... At least the foxes, he's pretty good, actually. He goes out into the woodland at the back. Yeah. Oh, he's gone now. I tell you what, Smiley, you know, after the storms, I've been doing tip runs to St. Day along that road that they've done. It's really nice, you know, the one with the cycle path.
Yeah.
United Downs, all that.
Yeah, all the way through United Downs, yeah.
you know, after the storm, they've chopped all the trees that covered the roads, but the rest of them are still there. They're like literally on the edge of the road still. You know what I mean? Like walls gone. The devastation that was done in that last storm when you was out is incredible. I've never known it in 30 odd years.
Where's all the spraying they're doing, isn't it? It's killing all the root balls and
Yeah.
all the metals, and they reported on that years and years and years ago. It was a massive thing in America, and there was death over there and loads of others there, and they were going, what damage is this causing to the waterways? What damage is it causing to the trees and the root balls? And like after being out driving in it, and then after seeing the debris the days after and the devastation, and it's like you think back and you think, well, when I was a kid and a tree blew over, there would be a hole that you could put a lorry in. You could get down there and build a bloody great camp. Because the hole would be that big and all the roots would be, they'd be spread out for God knows how many feet.
Well,
it's like Travailer Woods, when trees come down at Travailer Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it takes the whole root ball up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the root balls seem to be smaller and smaller and smaller because it's killing them off.
That's right. That's what I thought. Yeah, I see where you're going, because all the ones along there, the actual root ball is really small. But also, with all these, I mean, at the moment, the sky's so grey in Cornwall.
Oh, what was it like? 2 days of nothing but fog.
Yeah, and
it never lifted.
And also, we know, I've seen the planes. We've seen all the trails, but now there's that many of them that you.
What day was it? 60 foot visibility.
Yeah. And do you know all these little tickly coughs that we're getting?
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like we're breathing in some sort of tarry, sticky, silicone-y, I don't know, something that sticks to your chest, and it does it. Everybody that I know, particularly in Cornwall, has got this like tickly, sticky, phlegmy cough type thing. But yeah, and then you say, "Oh, we'll go out in the fresh air." So I went out on the beach the other day. I spent about 4 hours on the beach, first time in ages. Put my knee brace on. I thought, "Fuck it, I'm going caving." Took all my torches with me. It was a stupid thing to do. Low tide, down at Trevornich. You know where the broken harbour is and all that.
Yeah.
And I went in the old cave there. Oh God, I tell you what, I suffered afterwards. So it took me ages because I struggle with it, but it did me good. But then you think, yeah, you're going out for fresh air, but is it fresh air?
No, that's it, innit? Yeah, it was Sunday through Monday, wasn't it? 60 foot maximum visibility.
Hey, I tell you what, though, the waves were enormous. All the proper pro surfers were out. They were out everywhere, all over Porthtown, everywhere. I went all the way up there on the coast. Yeah, they were doing some. I've got some video of it. I sat there on a rock as the tide was coming in, and it comes around you, so it looks like you're in the sea. And I took some videos, and there was these guys out there. I think I know some of them. It's hard to recognise them in the wetsuits, but they were top surfers. They were in massive, absolutely huge waves. I don't know.
Yeah, looking at the sun. SR, last summer was the worst summer I've ever remembered in Cornwall.
Oh,
worst summer.
Yeah, it was.
Every other day, it was just grey sky.
But
Grey
then
sky. No rain, no nothing. Nice and warm, but a low-lying grey,
yeah,
like
and then
fog hanging in the air.
the winter's been the same, just
Yeah.
continuous rain and grey, overcast. I mean, you're lucky if even like at night you can't see stars. Nothing.
No.
The whole lot's covered in like a blanket.
Well, the government, I mean, Starmer announced, didn't he? He was spending 50 million. He said last summer, he was spending 50 million to blocking out the sun.
Oh, they're all
He actually announced it. And then, like, the next minute, like, Cornwall had no sun, and it was like, what the fucking hell's going on here then? You know, and then all of a sudden we get these bizarre storms where there's no ground sea, there's no after sea, which you would expect, you know.
Yeah.
You'd expect to get a ground sea before the storm.
You have still tides as well, you know, like where it's stagnant and it doesn't come in or out. You know the ones I mean?
Yeah, the neap tides.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah.
And they're weird at the moment, they are.
Yeah.
There was one about a week ago, and I was baffled by that because I was just like, it just didn't seem normal. Apparently, the tides aren't controlled by the moon. I was reading.
Oh, I saw a video about that the other day. I was going to watch it. Some.
I haven't watched it all, but yeah,
some home scientist in his garage or something.
It's not controlled by the moon. Yeah. I don't know. I've not watched it all, so we'll see.
Where is that? Michael said he went out to his car the other day, and his car was absolutely covered in, you know, like Sahara sand.
Oh yeah, you get that regularly. Wow. They'll probably just say it's Devon sand. But then there's been a lot of lava activity in places, so that gets blown over. So yeah. Who knows? I'll tell you what though, all I know is the best thing you can do is just wake up in the morning, not listen to the news, and just get on with your day. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't listen to any news.
How come you know everything then?
Eh?
How come you know everything? You're always up to date. It's like I always imagine you being a big, like, even though I don't watch BBC News as such, occasionally I will just to see what they're saying, you know, like just to keep up to date with it. But
I haven't had TV for 13, 14 years.
No, I haven't. I don't.
And in the car, I've got BFBS, British Forces Radio.
On DAB, you mean on digital?
Yeah, but I listen to BFBS.
Oh, you know, you said something about my new van is, what did you call it? Geofenced or something?
Yeah.
Because
anything over 2014.
Well, it's not really, because it's not got a SIM card or sat nav or anything. But I did connect my phone to it so you can talk, right? And then you've got another option to connect it so you can do other things, which I haven't done yet. But they can't shut that down.
What van was it?
Ford Transit Connect. So it's got like Android, but it's the early well, it's 2018, so it's got all the mod cons on it, cruise and all that, and I've connected my phone, and it's annoying because like if I'm listening to like a live on my headphones, and I go out to it. As soon as I turn the ignition on, now I've connected it, it disconnects me, but it won't play it through the speakers because I've not done that second part where I think it does all the sat nav. But you were saying it's on like geofence. So when all this 15-minute city comes in, do you reckon they can shut it off? I don't think they can because it's got a separate ECU. It's not like one of the EVs where everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but since 2014, all vehicles are geofenced.
But what does that exactly mean?
I'm just opening the other page.
If you connect your phone to it, yes. And if you allow
No, you don't need to.
So if you connect nothing to it,
Right. Ford Transit Connect geofencing enables automatic switching to electric only, drive-in mode, EV now, when entering predefined low emission zone, optimizing air quality using Ford Pro Telemetric or Ford Pass. Managers can set virtual boundaries, receive alerts, and monitor vehicle locations. This technology improves urban efficiency, automatic low emission zone compliance when configured with hybrid models. Right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't go out of Cornwall.
No, but
if I drive to London, are you going to tell me all sorts of things are going to go up and say you need to pay this, you need to do that?
Security monitor alerts are sent immediately when a vehicle crosses a boundary, improving security and allowing for effective fleet management.
What?
Yeah, it's got geofencing on it. Anything from 2014's got and it's got Ford Pass on it, location alerts.
Well, I don't know. Well, it doesn't. All I know is I hired.
It's normally in the headlining.
Yeah, but nothing comes up on the dashboard. Or
No, nothing will. It's the same as black box in the car. Like all new drivers, most new drivers got a black boxes.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same as black boxing, but it's put in automatically from the manufacturers. Right now, Lexus was one of them, right? As an optional extra with Lexus, you could have a remote button on your key fob, and you could remote start your vehicle, which would warm your oil up, warm your vehicle up, defrost your windows, I
haven't played around with them. I know it's got all them things,
right now. Lexus remotely shut every single vehicle down not long ago. And it's all to do with the geofencing, and it's the same as a lot of these China, like Amida.
Right? Yeah, but why would they want to bloody disconnect a Ford Transit Connect?
No, they put it in there. They put it in there. Right, it's like mine. I've got two buttons. I've got one that phones the police, and I've got one that phones recovery. Right. I've got no SIM card or anything like that in the car.
Oh, it does say now, I've connected my phone. It says something about emergency assistance if crash or something.
Yeah, but that's all part of it. Whereas mine on the.
That's what I'm saying. It's only if you connect your phone. Sure.
No. But mine is actually fitted to the vehicle.
Yeah.
On the above the mirror, you got a red button and you got a black button.
Well, they're into mirror because it's a van, but there is a box and I thought that was the rain sensor for the wipers.
We'll just have a look. One will have a couple of spanners on it, and one will have a police bell on it.
No, it's got a big like scanner box thing on it
Right.
that goes on the windscreen with a plastic box over it, where your central mirror is normally. But because at the moment it's got actually, you might know this. You might, because you're pretty good on cars and vans and all Fords, aren't you? Now, although it's newer, it's got like 3 seats in the front. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
But for the first time, I have my daughter and a boyfriend in it. But it is a tight squeeze if you're gonna have 3 in the front. But you can do a 2. Well, I want to take the partition out the back. It's like got like a metal panel in the back.
Yeah. You just unbolt it. It's all on 8mm bolts.
Yeah, but that's it. And then there's the rivets, because I'm doing like a mini camper van, like a day van for going around Cornwall. But when you do that, there's MOT then things, because you're going from a 3-door. Now, I know already that I can buy, I think it's Ford RS or Fiesta RS seats, because it's a nice one. I want the same seat that I've got in mine, which is a heated bucket seat. So what you do is you take the whole lot out, the panel. You can sell that to somebody because people want to buy them to do the opposite, yeah. And then, but I've got to buy 2 Ford either ST Focus seats or 2 Fiesta RS seats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Apparently, the floor pan is not the same, so there's a conversion kit you can get, and apparently, what's it called? There's a particular
optical.
It's optical there.
Yeah.
Oh, AI optical.
Right. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to reprogram your airbags, because you're going from 3 seat belts to 2 seat belts.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I was told just leave the middle seat belts wired up, and just and don't bother. But then, do you have to tell DVLA that it's now a 2-seater, not a 3-seater?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
Are you sure?
Positive. It's the same as if your back seat is the same as in your car. If your back seats are folded down, they just didn't test because seats were folded down.
Airbags in the seats on this one, because it's the highest spec one.
Yeah.
So then, apparently, if there's an airbag light on, because you put, I don't know, Ford.
Yeah, that's why I said you got to have your fucking seatbelt module. You're gonna have it reprogrammed.
It's not as simple as you think, is it? Just taking that back panel out and putting.
Well, you can do it. I mean, there's a way you can do it.
Well, there is, but apparently, I've looked on different forums, and there's a guy that goes on regularly, and he keeps saying there are no seats that fit directly into a Ford Transit Connect. And he's adamant that there aren't any. And I don't know if that's just a glitch, because normally Ford, they're pretty into sort of, you know what I mean? You can. But
you just buy a fucking a seat, and then you just drill the holes and rivlock them.
Well, there's something. It's called Unistrut. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Are they like the recognised name in different conversions for seats? Unistrut. Yeah. Well, that's the one then. They're about.
Or buy a swivel base.
No, I don't. It's too low in the front to the back. If you get me, I'd have to.
Yeah, my mate bought a swivel base for their Volkswagen camper, and because she was a short ass, I had to cut the swivel base, extend it, and then fucking. I had to weld it so that she was sat up higher.
Yeah, because the
MOT up to a lot.
Like, I don't want it like a massive job. I want to take the back panel out so that I can climb in from front to back, if you get me, and open up the room. And I want to put 2 seats in it and take out the middle. And but make it legal still.
Mm.
So I've got to basically buy the seats first.
Mm.
I'm going to wait till this April MOT, do the MOT, leave it as it is, yeah?
Mm.
Have a word with them and just have a bit of advice.
Right, there's a way to do it, right, for your centre seat, right? And if you go on eBay, right, you can buy an orange box, yeah, which basically has got different resistors inside it, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, and you just tune it, and then you look at your light, and when your light goes off there, that's the resistor that you use, yeah?
Oh,
and
you
all
just
you
leave
do,
it wired up. That's what I'd do. I'd just leave it wired up.
no, because you won't sense it. It'll come up as a fault on the dash.
What, seatbelt
Right.
or the airbags?
Airbag will come up as a fault because your airbag in there. So you've got to use a resistor to turn the light off on the dash.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because if the airbag light is on, it's a fail, isn't it?
Yeah. But all you got to do is find out the resistance for that particular airbag, and you just solder a resistor in there, and then put your new carpet down and put it underneath your carpet. Job done.
Yeah.
Or just tuck it under your carpet and then just put your carpet down on top of it. Once you've soldered in the resistor, then it turns the light off. Or you can have your
bridge it out.
You can bridge it out, or you can have it bridged out. You can have it bridged out on the seatbelt control module.
Yeah.
Right. But we used to do it in the lorries when we used to take the lorry seats out. We used to do it in camper vans where you used to put 2 captain chairs in there.
But surely, though, when I do the 2-seat conversion, if I don't tell my insurance and DVLA or whatever, I'm not insured. I bet you.
You don't. It doesn't matter.
I tell you what annoyed me. I went down to the tip for the first time, and I could have gone in the car because I've still got the Yaris, and but I went in the van because my daughter had got a load of
commercial vehicle.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me in.
Yeah.
Well, he did. He let me in, bless him, because he knows me. And he went, well, what are you doing in this? And I went, well, it's new. And I went, I knew you'd stop me. I says, I've got to have a pass, haven't I?
Yeah,
anyway,
commercial vehicle, only 3 tips a year.
No, I've got 12.
On the commercial, you registered with the council and got 12 little things where they stamp it.
Yeah, he punched
punched a hole in it,
He says, I like new ones. But that was my daughter's stuff, so I've got 12. To be honest, I go once a month anyway. I always do. I'm always going. Anyway, I did have a laugh with a guy because he said to me, he was about my age, and he was, he says it's a weird rule. He says, if it's a camper van, I says, well, that's what I'm doing. He went, I know that's what you were going to tell me. He said, it's typical in Cornwall. You're going to make it into a day camper, aren't you? I went, yeah, that's right. He says, well, I'll tell you what. He says, go for the 12 free ones. He says, and while you're converting it, the minute you've got just as much as a window, a camper bed in the back, a cooker, just show me and I'll let you in. And I said, are you joking? And he went, yeah. I said, what? So even though it's not registered yet as a camper converter,
they won't register it as a camper.
No,
they'll just say, yeah, but you don't want it to be done.
No,
you want it to be a van. You want it to be a van with windows, right? But you don't even want it to be a van with windows on the logbook, right?
Although because the insurance was a fortune.
Right. Right, if it's a van, you can park up anywhere, right? As soon as it becomes a camper van, everywhere you look, it says no overnight camping, no overnight camping.
In Cornwall, right? That's what they're doing, aren't they?
Yeah, but if you go stealth as a van,
The amount of times that when I had my big camper van, the proper, you couldn't miss it. I mean, it was a big one, like a Mercedes Auto Trail, you know, the big coach built about 26 years ago. And I used to park up at Portrees on the cliff there at Bassett, you know, and I'd stay there for a week sometimes. Nobody would bother you. Nobody. But no, you're right. I'm going to keep it a stealth van, definitely. I'm going to put
yeah, that's right, Adrian. Yeah, that's right. That's our Adrian Flux.
Who's that?
Adrian Flux.
Is that in comments? I can't see.
Yeah, that's our Adrian Flux Insurance. It does all the imports. They do all the import vehicles, all your high performance vehicles.
I went for like joint insurance because at the moment I'm insuring 2 vehicles, right? And it's cheaper for me to keep each one on a separate one. That's crazy, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm on a trader's policy. I am.
Yeah, but don't you have to be an official trader to do that?
Yeah, every year I just got to send them copies of invoices and bank statements to say that
I'm retired now, so I don't want to get involved with that. I've done my bit in business.
They want to know. They want to know that I bought parts or whatever.
Yeah, I'm done with tax returns and VAT and fucking. I'm done with it. I've retired now. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm still self-employed.
Yeah, well, I was up until about 3 years ago, and I've decided to finish. And I tell you what, I'm so glad that I took a private pension out when I was 18. Fuck me. And that's what annoys me about this government now, how they change and move the goalposts, right? Because I remember distinctively, you're 18 years old and you're being not forced, but encouraged to take a private pension. What person at 18 now, if you're working in Morrison's, Aldi, or, you know what I mean, any job, even a good job, whatever, is going to go, yeah, let's give a third of my wages away to fucking private pension for when I'm 60 or
well, now under employment law, you've got to offer a pension.
Oh, well, yeah, but we were offered it, but we didn't have to. And I opted out of the state one, right? So I did all that. Anyway, I never thought anything of it, but I took it over I was 23. Since the age of 23, I never worked for anyone else. I was self-employed and had my own businesses. But I carried on paying into it. I took it over, if you get me.
Yeah.
I think I froze it in my mid-40s from memory, and I just forgot about it. And then I had my daughter and all that, and life went on. And then I thought, oh, because of what happened and I was not well, I thought I'd look into cashing some of this. And do you know what? That pension was promised that, you know, whatever you put in, it's yours. It's never going to be taxed. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, no, Labour changed the goalpost, didn't they? They're taxing them now.
So I knew that there was still a limited period that you could get a quarter of your private pension from the age of 55.
Yeah. Tax-free, yeah.
Tax-free. Oh, fuck me, I did that straight away. I tell you what, because in the last 4 years, it went up that much. I don't know. Well, I do know why. Because I chose wisely on what I had.
Because you took a break.
Well, I also had it invested pretty wisely, that it wouldn't lose. It would never lose, but when stocks were good, it would make, if you get me. There was a certain amount in secured and a certain amount in stocks. But then I realised stock market's vulnerable now, so I took a quarter out. Now, it's made enough back already anyway, so it's, you know what I mean? But then I was talking to my daughter because I'm actually worried. My mum keeps saying, "Oh, I'm worried because you're going to have to pay tax on inheritance," because my mum's in her 80s and she's worried about dying. I'm going, "You're not going to die, mum. You're not. Please don't die. I don't need your money. I want you to live." Because, like, when people die now, and all your inheritance, and like I've got my daughter, I think my daughter's the last generation that will ever inherit.
Yeah.
And when I say inherit, they'll inherit what is the net amount of what's been taken off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in the future, the next generation after that, like my grandchildren, so the little amount then after tax that my daughter has to live on for the rest of her life and and have a little nest egg is gone. How can that next generation save and have pensions to pass on to the my grandchild then to be
Only in bricks and mortar.
only in bricks and mortar? But that's hard now, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're making that hard. So it's really important to keep certain assets that are liquid assets, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
In fact, I was reading something about
In a minute, all gold and silver. I mean, when you sell gold or sell silver now, you've got to declare it.
Yeah.
The only gold and silver, the only gold and silver you don't have to declare is if it was a coin in circulation.
Yeah. I still keep antiques. I do. I said to my daughter and people, my family know, I said, look, you might think that all these antiques that I've got and certain things are worth nothing, all the junk. My daughter realizes now, she's an adult. They're not. They're cash. Because there's a lot of antiques that you can still sell in a crisis. They're not like gold. For some reason, they go up and down, but generally there's always somebody in the market for them, and it's hidden money.
David Lace.
Yeah, I go to I used to go to Lay's a lot actually, but I bought the Harris from what's his name, Martin Rowe.
No.
But that was a deceased auction.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because he can't sell cars legally, but if it's part of a deceased auction, he can. And that's when that came up. And I got it.
Well, you got the big one in Truro, the Truro Farmers Market.
Yeah, I used to go to that one. I tell you, the best one back in the day was Copperhouse auction.
Yeah. Down by the old mine works.
Yeah, £1 a box.
Yeah.
One of my best buys was boxes and boxes of old valves, radio valves.
Yeah, it used to be what the hell was he called? Blewett was the auctioneer.
He went bust or something. He deformed ET, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, Blewett did. Yeah.
Hey,
I grew up with his Penzance lad. He is.
Oh, I knew you'd know him because this is something that me and Tashu, the Parrot place. Yeah.
Yeah, Bird of Paradise. My mum used to run the pub there.
I know. That was where you was brought up.
Mum used to run the pub.
So was it the actual Bird of Paradise place?
Yeah. The Bird of Paradise pub is right there.
What's there now? Is there any animals or anything? No.
I don't know. I think there is.
Is it stayed open then?
Yeah.
Because that was down the road from me.
Yeah, the pub used to call Bird in Hand.
I bet we bumped into each other back in the day. because 30 years ago I was living there, up the road from it. And there was that little pottery on the corner.
Yeah.
And I used to supply him with boxes because I did a little recycling business with the boxes from Coldrose and all the military stuff. Yeah. But I never realised that all those years. And we went there as well. I bet you were there then.
Well, back then, I'm trying to think of his fucking name now. Used to have the Ford Breakers yard there.
Well, there was a garage near that farming place that's the corrupt farmers. And he did American cars. Do you remember him? He had a load of American custom cars at Leedstown, in the garage at Leedstown.
Oh, you're talking about Fordy?
Do you know him?
Yeah. Fordy.
He's doing stuff with American cars because I reckon.
No, he's well gone now.
Has he?
That's my mate's. That was my mate's dad. That was.
Was it?
Yeah, his son used to work for me.
Yeah, it was quite a big garage.
But, he used to do American cars and he used to do Fords.
Yeah, that's when I was living there, and there was that guy in a.
But he used to be Copper House, opposite the auction.
Yeah.
All that there before Prince Charles was doing all the regeneration. Yeah, that used to be his Ford parts place.
All right. Yeah.
Do you know Mark from Cars Apart? Carlos.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking a few years.
I used to build his Ford Pops and his 32Bs.
Was that at the same garage though, at Leedstown and all around there?
No. We used to get V8.
The farmer. Did you say Mark, the farmer?
No, Mark. He was ex-Foreign Legion. He was.
Oh, I knew a farmer because we used to hire his tractor off him. He lived at Crazy Beeble.
No, Crowless Industrial Estate.
No.
Right down the very, very bottom, used to have a scrapyard called Cars Apart.
Trouble is, I do recognise that name actually. Yeah, it's like when we was talking about Millhouse, so that's took over by one of them national companies now. Although they're still good, they're still like a independent dealer, aren't they, Millhouse? But no, it's a long time ago. To be honest, me and my nephew, we were saying we flew the drone over my old land. And we can't believe how it's overgrown. Honestly, the guy that bought it off me, he's just let it go. He really has. He's just, I can't believe it. What 20 odd years does to.
Do you remember Reg Greenham? Ale petrol station going out towards what was the fucking children? Merlin's Magic Land.
Yeah.
On the Causeway Garage. Old boy Reg. He was fucking in his 80s, still fighting fucking robbers.
I know, yeah.
Well, Reg Greenham, where his two pressure washers were.
Yeah.
All the cars that used to be parked there, that was my car lot. That was.
Was it?
Back in the day, that was my car lot because my garage was originally up by Hale Rugby Club.
Wow. You know the lane that, well, so from the Paradise Place going into Leedstown, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get this little lay-by, don't you, where the lorries used to pull in?
Yeah, up by the turn into Strawberry Fields.
Yeah. And then you've got Calouse Lane and Calouse Lane East and all that going down to the caravan park in the valley.
Yeah.
That's where my farm was, down there, down in the valley.
Oh,
Yeah. And then it was when SEF were starting up, and yeah, as you know, I've done a bit of a survey on them. I'm sure they're not quite kosher, are they? Then
I wouldn't say that now.
I know it's a family-run business, so I'm going to be careful what I say. But do you think that they're raping our fields and our farmers and the profits?
Well, no, because they pay like up to £6,000 an acre.
Do they?
Yeah,
Now, do they?
yeah. They lease the land off the farmers. Yeah, because I had my place at Stivians. I had 160 acres, and I used to rent it. To Varfell bulbs.
They've changed then, because they never used to.
And it was all in bulbs. Well, SEF, they lease the land and they grow. That's why you've got the fertilizer lorries, the broccoli lorries, cabbage cutters. That's why you've got all the tractors.
And the ones that run on the same number plate.
Yeah.
That one, actually, they are breaking the law on, but
no, they're not.
Well, they are, because the vehicle in front should have the number plate on still that's towing, and they don't. You know, on the A30, you see them. Oh, and also, they break the contract by signing off over at the Chivvy on a farm there to get the extra 20, 30 miles or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know, it's a business. But back in the day when they first started, it wasn't quite like that, and they were exporting a lot of their stuff, and a lot of the food that was grown in Cornwall wasn't being distributed in this country. You get what I'm saying?
Well, they had a big packaging warehouse at St. Arth. Right on the railway tracks.
Yeah, well, okay. You're saying
before they moved into Leedstown.
Yeah,
because obviously all
are they still shipping out more than 50% of their produce or our produce abroad or not?
I ain't got a clue.
Yeah.
I don't know what Greville does.
Yeah.
I've known Greville for years. Yeah, his missus has always been into horses. He's always been into, things that I used to do with horses and what have you.
I just know back in the day, it was quite a lot of export. That's all I'm saying. And all the roads were shitty. They were taking over farms, and they had a bad reputation. Maybe they've improved. I
got a lot of foreign mates that work for him. They come over every year.
Oh yeah, I've got nothing against that. I mean, when I worked at the farms over at the Beacon there and on all their farms years ago, we had a lot of Polish people, and I tell you what, they were fucking hard workers. They were so skilled as well, skilled in masonry, everything. Yeah.
Mm.
No, good lads they were. Fucking hell, is that the time? It's not 3 in the morning. It can't be.
It is.
No.
I didn't notice it was until you said it's at the time.
Bloody hell.
Mm.
I don't normally stay up this late. I'm going to have to go to bed.
Isn't it? Beauty sleep.
Yeah. What are you going to do now? You're going to have to talk to yourself, Smiler.
No, I'll crash out.
Are you going to crash out? Is anyone else live? I'm not going to go on one. Trust me.
I don't know. I ain't got a clue.
You do your own thing, don't you? You don't really.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, you know Rob Brandom, don't you?
yeah.
You know the video he put out with the RS 2000?
No,
Oh, have you seen it? Oh, right.
no, I haven't seen it.
He's
I haven't
got
seen. I haven't seen Rob Random around for ages.
he's put a video out on his channel. I must be sub to him, but he's. I was going to comment on it. I'll have to put a comment and ask him. But it's a RS 2000 Mark III.
Right.
Like a restoration sort of video and showing how it is now and all that. I just wondered. I know he's into cars. Do you reckon that's his?
I ain't got a clue. I know he goes to a lot of car shows, doesn't he?
Oh, it might be a car show one he's done a feature on then. But yeah, it's a beautiful Mark III RS 2000. Like in between, it's like a vlog video thing on it. In between, it's restoration and that. I thought you knew him.
No, only by YouTube.
Isn't he local? Is he Devon?
No, he's up and away.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah.
Not all the way away. I can't remember where he is. He said to me when I was coming back from London, go into, I can't even remember what services it was, go into that services and then get in touch with me. For how the fuck am I supposed to get in touch with you?
Do a live.
Yeah, am I supposed to do a live from the services or fucking, because he said he isn't far from the services. So am I supposed to stand in the motorway services and fucking stand there going, Rob! As Eisenberg heard of Bitcoin, maybe get his daughter some of that.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat, guys.
SR, I wouldn't go anywhere near fucking Bitcoin.
No, I don't. I'd rather put it into, assets that are liquidable, as in that. But the thing is, you never know whether you're going to wake up the next morning at our age. And when you've got a child, like I always think, if I was to die in my sleep, it's not going to bother me, is it? I wouldn't know. But just with the way things are with the government and everything, you've got to think ahead, haven't you? Because they're going to get screwed. In fact, that was the other thing I was saying about the private pension. They've changed the goalpost on that now. So here's me thinking the 75% that's left, plus my mum's inheritance, which I don't want her to die, obviously. I don't need any of that. And my daughter's going to get taxed now on my private pension. And that was never in the rules.
Well, ISA's tax now, isn't it?
I don't know, but originally a private pension was never, ever going to have any death penalties or, whatever's in it, it should go to my daughter, yeah? But now, Keir Starmer's fucking going to tax private.
Well, you've got to make everything a living trust, haven't you? So you're best off drawing it all out.
Hey, do you know the best thing? I read something the other day, and it was about over 55s. And it said, instead of paying off your mortgage, borrow more. Borrow more, buy more. Get your debt, get your credit up, but keep paying it off. Keep borrowing, And I tell you what, actually, I don't know a penny. I've got no loans, nothing, no credit cards. It makes you think, doesn't it? Go out owing money. I'm thinking, yeah, let's do that. First time.
I got a mate who's got a fucking 6-bedroom house, swimming pool.
Yeah.
All indoor swimming pool. Yeah. Fucking great koi pond. Right. He drives around in a Mercedes.
And he grows weed for
Right.
a
No, he owned a big flooring company.
Yeah.
Yeah, big flooring company.
Oh, not the famous one in Cornwall. Not Greenmount.
No.
He
He done all the hospital contracts, all NHS contracts.
Oh,
He built his firm, did all the what's that stupid fucking dome place called in St Austell? Yeah, where they have all the concerts and they grow all the fucking biodomes. You know what I mean?
oh God, yeah.
I can't think what it's called. All those stupid fucking domes that you go in.
The Eden thing.
Eden Project. Yeah, that's right. He built all Eden Project. Yeah.
Oh, Smith, is it? Smith, is it?
No, contractor. We used to call him Papa Pete.
Yeah, the Flora guy, yeah.
Yeah, but he's called Papa Pete, right? Right. Now, everything he had was on cards. Everything he had was on finance.
Yeah, but I bet paid it off every month, and that way you're guaranteed for this if you get a claim or whatever.
Yeah.
Surely he never. Otherwise, you're going to get stung on interest.
He had. Do you remember Cygnus Marine in Falmouth?
Oh God, that was
the big boat building, Cygnus Marine boat building warehouse.
Yeah.
He bought all their building. Right, he done it all out as a flooring. He did all that resin floors, tarmacking, white line painting. Oh, they fucking did everything. His other son, Craig, he owns Euro Tool Hire. Right, and everything, and like we was like, but Pete, you know, you pull one card out from underneath and the fucking whole lot collapses.
Yeah.
You know, you only got to have a fucking bad couple of months and the fucking lot collapses. Nah.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well dodgy was Papa Pete. Papa Pete taught every dodge under the sun. He did.
But the thing is, a lot of the old boys in Cornwall that were in business, when the new business came in, a lot of the old boys gave up. The competition, I think. Yeah, I didn't. Hey, even Tim Martin, Tim Martin, he gave up.
Yeah. Tim, well, yeah, because, I mean, fucking, what's it called, wanted to buy him out for years.
Yeah,
he made good money on it.
I tell you what, though, he didn't really lose between me and you.
No.
Because he's still pretty wealthy. He lives near me. And him and his missus are all right. I think actually he was one of them, in the COVID times, it really affected him. It really did, like a lot of businesses. And afterwards he thought, fuck this. What am I doing? I'm like ready to retire. I can retire. So he liquidated it in the correct way. So
well, his place was a fucking shithole, man, behind fucking Smoky Joe's.
Well, yeah, but then he did try and improve it over the years. Then it went downhill. He was a bit, but at the end of the day, he did supply a good business for years. I bought off him for years. I did. It was just local. You know what I mean? You could just turn.
Yeah, he used to let me down. He used to let me down on OSB board when we were building field shelters and stables. He'd let me down, and then I ended up going to Parkway Timber.
Yeah.
I found out that Tim was buying everything off Parkway, so I just cut the middleman out.
I realised that with things like decking and all that.
Yeah.
Because he'd stock up on decking at the beginning of the season, and then once he run out, he wouldn't really stock up again, so he'd just have shit of stuff in that was just all warped and wet, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whereas you went to the place that he was buying it from, and you get fresh stock.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always go to the sawmills at Penstrae.
Yeah, Penstrae, yeah.
They're good, although they've got a different procedure now, but it's all right as long as you know.
Yeah, his daughter took over, didn't she?
Oh, is that what it was? But I think it was
Yeah.
around COVID that they realised actually it's easier doing it by those rules. So you just order it, pay for it, and they leave it outside or shrunk wrap up.
Yeah.
CCTV cameras up, so you just pick it up in your van go. You know, it's simple as that. But you can't just turn up and go, "Can I have some of this? Can I have some of that?" They won't do that now. Although I've been told that the regulations have changed on timber. You know, if you're not trade, you're not allowed. Or apparently, like B&Q and all the DIY places, they're not allowed to sell rough cut timber now. Is that right? Because the
I ain't
splint.
got a clue.
Yeah, my nephew was telling me that in Newquay. He says you can't buy rough cut now. It's all.
Well, we used to buy that because it was the only way you could guarantee you got fucking 4x2. Because
Yeah.
you buy 4x2, it's CLS and it's fucking under 4x2.
No, apparently now it's all CLS, or if it's rough cut, it's kind of sanded, if you get what I mean. There's no splinters on it.
Mm.
And it's all to do with health and safety. I'm like,
Fucking man.
It's like B&Qs and, you know, I don't know, all them places.
Dave Bedford. I remember his name now.
Oh, yeah.
Brave Dave, we used to call him. He used to be a fucking head case when he was younger.
What, the one at Penstrae?
Yeah, Dave Bedford.
The old guy,
He used to have a bloke. No, he used to have a bloke work with him with great long grey hair ponytail.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah. That was in the day when you just turned up in your van and just picked up what you wanted.
Mm.
Same as the coal place at Redruth. I think he's closed now. I used to go there and pick up loads of coal for the winter.
Yeah, same day.
No, this is a different one. This was at Redruth, and he was one of the old traditional ones, and he got an old JCB that looked like brand new. But anyway, he said he was suffering with taxes on the land and this and the vehicles and God knows what, because it was a fuel industry, you know what I mean? And I think it's closed down now.
In Redruth?
Yeah. Coal place. Old boy. Back streets. I'm trying to think now.
You don't mean down at the bottom of Tucker Mill?
Yeah, I think. Where is it? Yeah, I think it might be there. Yeah. So you pick up your own coal and bags and logs, and that's all they do.
Right.
Fuel. But yeah, old boy, he closed down. I think he's closed down now. In the last year, he said to me last time I was there, it was something to do with his vehicle. Oh, that was it. It was the JCB loader. It was beautiful because it was like a classic, but it was like brand new. You know, them big JCB forklifts and all that. But,
Yeah.
And it
I
was
can't even think where it is.
the red diesel, taxes on fuels and coal, and this, that, and the other. And he said, because I bought coal off him for years, even when I was at Hale, and he said it's not worth it. He says, if I died tomorrow, my children are going to pay more. And this was the same scenario. He says, I'm better, because he owned the land. He owned all his equipment, including that JCB thing and everything else and all the land. He says, I'm just going to just get rid now and just sell up. it's not worth me working. My son don't want to take it over because he knows he's doomed in this business. Yeah, so I think he's shut down.
I used to get everything from Drew's.
Drew's, yeah.
Yeah, Drew's scrapyard, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Malcolm and Carry On.
I was going to go over to the scrapyard at, is it McSalvers and all them? But they've got like do they sell cars now? McSalvers, is it not McSalvers? The other one, is it McSalvers? Yeah, the scrapyard.
Max Salvage.
Yeah, do they sell cars?
Max Salvage. That's on the back road. That's on the cycle track. That is.
Yeah, but do they sell cars?
between playing place and St. Day?
But you can't just go in there, can you, and just look at things and just.
They sell salvage vehicle accident damage stuff.
Ah, that's where I've seen it. Yeah,
Max Salvage.
Yeah, but back in the day, it was scrapyard, wasn't it?
No, Max Salvage. They moved from playing place and they moved into the back. But Max Alvers is the one on.
Oh no, that's the
in between Red Roof and Camborne that does all the tools, and they got all the weird stuff out in the yard.
Yeah, I'm thinking the scrapyard place over at the A30. What's that one called? Salvers? No, what's it called? But I was looking at cars and vans there. Apparently, they're selling them now. Because back in the day, you used to be able to go in the scrapyard. You remember there was stack 3, 4 high, and you'd just climb up and take whatever you want off them. They don't allow that now, do they?
No.
Even Duckworth, I think, is it Duckworth and all them? They don't.
You got Duckworth, Malcolm Drew, and Johnny Orchards.
Yeah, but you can't just go in, can you, and just say, "Can I go and have a look around?"
No, Johnny Orchards was the last one that stopped selling car parts.
Is it illegal to actually run a scrapyard where you can do that?
Well, they stopped it on insurance, didn't they? Everything had to be on hard standing.
Oh, right.
They changed it. Everything that had to be on hard standing. They changed it to hard standing. Then they changed it, like, you know, you take your tools in, you take your fucking bag in, you go and take an alternator or fucking start a motor or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. And then you come through the shed and they just have a look at what you got and tell you how much you have to pay.
You can't do that now, can you?
No.
No. It's all gone Pamby.
The government shut it down.
Yeah.
Johnny Orchards was the last one.
Orchards,
and I had a couple of Polish mates that used to go down there, and they used to take engines and gearboxes, and they used to load them all in a trailer and in a van, and they used to drive them back to Europe every month. They'd go to the scrapyard, drop an engine, drop a gearbox, and they'd take everything, subframe, drive shafts, brake discs. They take everything.
Orchards. I've been there recently. I take a load of like copper bits and bobs. You know, I segregate it and make it separate, aluminium, copper, and take it and weigh it in. Is that the one you mean? Is he called Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny Orchards. Yeah, he's the first scrapyard opposite. Oh God, what's he called? Fucking. Well, he set up the lithium. He sold a bit of his land for the lithium stuff.
Oh, is it where he is on that land there?
Yeah, opposite it.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
We turn right, and on the right hand side. Oh, what the fucking hell is he called?
Yeah, the banger racing and all that.
Yeah. You've got Laser Master.
Yeah,
Laser Master.
I go past it for the.
And he owned all that land there, and they tested it, and they found all lithium, and
Yeah.
they set up the lithium.
I didn't know it, though. So is he financing that, or just like managing it because it's his land, or is it what is it?
It's government funded.
From what I've heard, they're going to put a shed up in the middle of a field, drill down, suck out lithium and all the waste, purify the waste, dump it back in, and keep the lithium. It's simple as that. Is that right?
I don't know. I haven't
That's
been up. They've built the new road up. They built the new road, haven't they? Right, because you used to be able to drive past it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and now with the new road, I haven't got a fucking clue how you get to fucking Cornwall lithium now. Where they were actually going to do it up at St. Austell.
I don't know, but I just think I was reading about the company, and there was, I don't know, I think it was on a podcast about all the questions people have got of how dangerous it could be. You know, like people thinking, is it fracking? Is it this? You know, people in Cornwall, obviously, and the questions. And they went, oh, it's basically we stick a shed in the middle of a field where we know it is. We drill down, we suck it up, we take the lithium out and all the debris, we clean up the debris, and we put the debris back. So it's actually cleaner than it was, and we keep the lithium. It's the most cleanest sort of extraction of lithium ever, compared to the lakes. You know what I mean? In the foreign countries, because there is lithium underground. There's so many. I tell you what, you know, there's that many. I mean, basically, the Cornish were mining tin and copper, but we know there's so much more.
Well, the tin is in the Bible.
Yeah,
Cornish tin is in the Bible.
there's so much more though down there. We know there is.
Well, the tin mine's opening back up, but it's owned by a Canadian firm now as well.
Yeah,
it's Cornish Canadian.
Trump's not got it.
No, they told Trump to fuck off.
Oh, I love Cornwall. We just keep it Cornish. We just, yeah. Anybody that wants to take over it, fuck off. I tell you what, I'm not true Cornish, but my loyalties are with this fucking town.
Well, the price of tin at the moment is mental.
Yeah. There's loads of tin still in the mines.
Yeah.
And also, like I say, there's so many more minerals. You know, when they were mining tin and copper, they never thought of lithium. They never thought of all the other crystals that are in the Cornish grounds. There's so many precious crystals and various
quartz.
Oh, there's so many.
Tin at the moment is between $48,000 and $50,000 per ton.
Yeah. Supposedly gold as well.
Yeah, but there's a lot of fool's gold.
Well, yeah.
But there is gold. There's people doing YouTube videos panning Cornish gold.
Yeah, I think at Chapel Port, you know where the runoff comes down there.
Yeah,
you can pan. I think let me think. Yeah, Chapel Port, that coast bit there, where that runoff comes down from the valley.
Yeah, Red River.
And that you can get gold. Yeah.
Yeah, Red River as well.
Yeah. I scared myself going in the mine the other day down at Trevornance, flipping out. Have you ever been in that one? In the old...
No.
You go through like a tunnel in a cave. But you know the typical tunnels, it's like human-shaped, tall, and then at the bottom there's always water. And stupidly, I didn't go in old shoes or wellies because I didn't think I was going to get that far, to be honest. And I went in my new trainers and I got wet through because I was trying to bridge the wall, you know, like sidewalk it and get through to the bit. But then it drops in this, what do you call it? A blowhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tide was out, but oh God, you could hear it. It was just about coming in. It was on the turn, and you could hear it crashing in. And I was like, oh, there's no way I'm going down there, then up the other side and risking it. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to find who the two lads that I watched.
Do you watch Cornwall EXP?
I'm trying to think what they're called.
There's Cornwall EXP. Oh, you must know. There's a load of you. Actually, there's quite a lot of YouTubers in Cornwall. EV Carnage. You must know him.
Ben O'Cam.
Who?
Ben O'Cam.
Ben O'Cam. Oh,
Yeah.
That rings a bell. Ben O'Cam.
He done. What was the one he did the other day?
Is that Cornish guy?
Yeah, two Cornish. Wheel Fortune, Cliggerhead.
Oh, he's a miner. Is he the one that's the ex-miner that goes down the mines?
Yeah, he did. The other day he did Wheel Made.
Ben. I reckon that's the one that I can't mention the name because it's one of my old clients and I don't want to give the property away, but we found a tunnel that's still there now on his property, legally open. We had to block up the proper adits and the dangerous ones for building regs, but we were allowed to keep one of the tunnels open. And we opened up this tunnel on the cliffs that I knew about 20 years previously. And so I knew the owner, and he went, oh, no one will ever get in there again. And it was just by coincidence that I knew the guy that bought the property off the people that had owned it for the last 150 years. And it was a big development, including stitching the cliff, you know what I mean? Cutting away at the cliff and stitching it. We found the tunnel and it went 3 miles into the cliff. And it's part of like a massive mining structure, and he's allowed to keep it. There's certain bits that you're allowed to, but certain bits you're not, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, but yeah. And I've got videos of me and my nephew digging through it, like pickaxes, you know what I mean? Because what they did is, in the 1880s, 90s, you know, when they closed off certain mines, there was kind of rules where they had to make it safe. So if it belonged to a property that was private next to it, but they got access to it, but which, you know, back in the day, that's what happened, wasn't it? If there was if you had mineable land on your property, there'd be like people going in there and you'd have no choice. You know, they took over it really, but they'd leave you alone on your private land and they were just mining, going in, coming out and so on. And that was the same with this land. And then it was blocked up afterwards. But because it was part of private land, I'm guessing in the 1940s, 20s, 40s, what they do is if they're a kosher mine, not the ones that are not registered, they fill them up in the tunnels to block it off exactly on the borderline of the private property. Yeah? And then the rest of it becomes no man's land. And then the council, I think the council own it, don't they? You know what I mean? Those little areas that are like where the mines are. And they fence them off. Because we had some on our farm at Leestown. And it's the same with this property. But we cut into them. And what they did was I knew there was a mine or a tunnel going 3.5 or 3.25 miles from St Agnes over to Polbarrow, and it literally went all the way through. And we got into it and we went through it, and then there was like a deep adit into the old mining works, and that was dangerous. It went right down to sea level from, I'd say, 100 foot up. Oh, it's amazing when you look into it. I knew it was always there. You know, it was always covered up with concrete and stone while he owned it. And I was drilling holes into it and putting these like little cameras in there. You know what I mean? Like we call them endoscopes. In fact, I wrecked about 3. Putting them down there, and all I kept finding was water and water. And then when we excavated it, we found that hidden tunnel, and it's still there. But they filled them up with gravel, like in like a point upwards, then down. Do you get what I mean? Like in the middle of the tunnel. And it took us a week. Dig this tunnel out. It was so well filled. Why did we do that back in the 1880s?
Don't know.
Well, health and safety wasn't that strict, surely.
Well, a lot of it is the old wooden beams. The old oak beams used to collapse, didn't they? And then when they collapse, it all just caves in.
Yeah, this one though hadn't. Well, he did, but that was further on. But you know, the first part, it was pure stone. You know, the ones that are solid.
Yeah,
been there.
Just all cut out of the granite.
Yeah, just chipped out, like pure human shape, just to crawl through with your head down. Yeah. Proper job.
Do you know a lad, bright ginger hair, called Forrest?
Who?
Forrest.
Forrest, no. I know a bright red-haired person called Nathan.
He used to have all underground maps.
You know, I've been looking for them. Where can you find?
I'll type his name in the back.
I don't want to tell you where because we're on a live, but I live. You know, when I moved recently in the last year, yeah. One of the reasons that I moved here was at the back of me is a wilderness and an old mine.
Do you know those names in the back?
No, I don't think so. No.
No, the last one, he's an Aggie boy.
Oh, yeah, the second one I do. I recognise that name. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an Aggie boy. He's a farrier.
Yeah. I know the second name. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Go about the back one because it's only me and you. Let me think. So, well, also there's a guy, and I can say his name, but he's local in Cornwall, and he's done a lot of history of Cornwall and books, and that's Clive Benny, is it?
oh yeah, Clyde Benny. Yeah, I know Clyde Benny.
Yeah, because I know his son, because he's a guitarist, and I played with him in bands, back in the day. Yeah, Clive Benny.
Well, he owns a farm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to do contracting for him.
yeah, he's a photographer and does all the slideshows and that. I'm just trying to think, actually, that second name.
Oh no, Chris Benny. I'm thinking of Chris Benny.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of.
the Benny. What's
Yeah.
his? He's a photographer. Yeah, but anyway, his son's a guitarist. Oh, I nearly said it then, but I'm not going to say it. But that name is quite. That second name is quite. I know with that surname, I know a lot of people in this village with that name. Yeah. We're not that far. Well, where are you? St Austell or Newquay? I can never remember.
It's an awful.
Oh, St Awful.
Yeah.
Hey, that's where that other YouTuber is. You must know him, the car guy, EV.
Yeah,
Car.
Carnage. Yeah, he's up the road from me.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
He's funny, isn't he?
Electric Carnage.
He says it as it is.
Mm.
Him and Jeff buys cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Land Rover, he likes Jeff buys cars. I've seen him on there quite a lot, actually. Who's that? Metal detectors work in shallow water. Just looking at the comments.
Well, that second name is Mrs. Katie.
Oh, you've got me thinking now.
They've lived in Aggie all their lives.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not going to say any more on the names. Well, I haven't said the name, you haven't, but I do know them. I'm just trying to picture them. Thing is, I've not been out much for 3 or 4 years. I've been doing a lot of whatever, recovering. But I'm just trying to look at these comments. Metal detectors, it says. This is SR work in shallow water. I've got a metal detector. I've took it out on the beach a lot, but mine is waterproof. Oh, I'm too tired. It's too late in the morning. I didn't know it was this time. No wonder I'm. Oh God! I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go to bed.
Right.
Are you gonna stay up all night, Smiler?
No, well.
You're on your way, are you?
Yeah.
I'll have to catch up sometime when I go to. Where do you go? Where do you go regularly? You're at it's not far from me. I go out quite a lot now. We'll have to catch up and have a coffee, Smiler.
All right.
Well, we're only up the road, aren't we?
Yeah.
Have a Cornish pasty.
Well, whereabouts? Where? Type in the back. Whereabouts you are?
Me?
Yeah.
I thought I'd already. Have I given you email before?
Yeah.
Oh, you have. Yeah. Yeah, of course I have. Yeah. So you got my email. Yeah. What you mean? It's only me and you, isn't there now? So I can do it. What you mean?
Yeah.
Well, you know where I am.
I don't.
You do.
I don't. I ain't got a clue where you are.
There you go.
No, you are actually there.
Eh?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you see. The best place in Cornwall. I must admit, I do like it. I've lived here now, I'd say, it must be 20 years of my life. But in between, I've lived 10 years in other places than before that. Do you get what I mean? But in Cornwall. But yeah. But officially, I've lived more than half my life in Cornwall. It don't make me Cornwall, though, does it, Smiler?
No.
Ah, I knew you'd say that. Yeah.
20 years, they say, don't they?
Hey, no, it's more than that. And my
Yeah,
daughter's
they
Cornish.
say 20 years, don't they? No, fuck off. Like, to be Cornish, you have to be born in fucking Blytho.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't be born in no fucking Trelesk.
Hey, Smiler, I understand the rules. I was born in Nottingham. I moved over 30 years ago, but I'm 60 now. So technically, I've lived over half my life in Cornwall. My daughter's Cornwall with a Cornish mother. I've got Cornish family as well. But I'm not Cornish. I accept it.
Well, they say 20 years and you're accepted, don't they?
Oh God, I tell you, I'm accepted. Definitely.
Stop calling you a grockhole after you've been here 20 years.
I'm not an Emmett anymore. Hey, I tell you what, when I first
Catch you later, SR, mate.
Yeah, are you going?
No, SR.
Oh, SR's gone. He's
Yeah.
the only one in there. SR, cheers, man. You're the only one in the chat. Oh, we got the night bot.
Yeah, that's just automatic, that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot me. Yeah, you got me email, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us an email and we'll catch up. Yeah, have I got yours? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah, I emailed you back.
Yeah, of course I have. Yeah. All right. Well, when I nip out, I tell you where I've got to go is Trago.
Which one?
The big one.
Liscard?
Oh no! Well, me and my daughter want to go round. Is it all closed again? You know.
I don't know. I heard Liscard Trago Mills. I'm not sure whether the shop's shut, but I know the park is shut.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We've been watching all these. Me and my daughter have been watching these urban explorers.
Yeah.
Cards and all that, and Trago, and my daughter said, "Oh, come on, let's go, Dad. Let's go on the Swans. Let's do this. Let's go and have a go around." And you know, all the worst you can do is trespass. Yeah, okay. And she's old enough now. She's 20. You know what I mean? and we want a fun day out, and she keeps begging me because we were watching all those videos. You know the
Yeah,
ones
you had what's he called? Volt. I can't
exploring
remember.
fighters, yeah.
Yeah, exploring fighters. What's he
And
called?
then
Volt. Okay. Yeah,
and
they all went to Tragos.
they went to Flamboyant.
Yeah, they went to Flambars as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said to my daughter, I said, "Oh, I says, you know, one of them buggies at Flamboyant, you know, the roller coaster ones." I says, "We'll stick one of them in the back of the van." I says, "No one
Yeah.
will know." I says, "And I'll convert it with some EV wheels, and we'll drive it round the village on Carnival Day." Flamboyant on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you had Flambars, you had that, you had Trago Mills, you had Halfpenny Park, you had Merlin's Magic Land.
How they're all going down, you know, financially.
Yeah, you had the big one at Crowlus that loads and loads of hippies moved into.
Yeah.
I can't think what it was called.
Well, my daughter said to me there was an accident at Flambeau's. That's what took it down, or something. I don't know. And it was like an insurance claim or something. The only thing, though, you know, like we're living in this world supposedly, and we can't do this, we can't do that. But when you look back, because that's what we were studying when Exploring with Fighters did that a year ago at Flambeau's, only a year ago, yeah.
There
was alarms going off, there was security and everything, yeah. And we were saying how, because my daughter gets freaked out with the, you know, the old museum bit and the old school bit.
Yeah.
Figures, and even I was going, "Oh my god! If I was going in there now and I'd open that door and there's a bloke there, like a figure, you'd get freaked out." And we were watching it, and I was going, "This is a shame because that's going to get vandalised. Like people are."
Well, apparently they were selling it off, weren't they?
Yeah, but they sold it off, and they sold the Concorde nose for, I think it was 7,000, and they only mentioned that as a value. And they said they sold off all the other stuff, but in between, a lot got vandalised and stolen. And then now it seems.
Well, it was all underneath there. It was all Britain in the Blitz, wasn't it?
And I said to my daughter, I said, "Oh, can you imagine buying that Concorde in Cornwall if you got a bit of land like we had at the park, and you put on there, turn it into like bit of a bathroom, you know, shower and all that, all that, and you know, you'd make a fortune Airbnb. But no, they sold the nose cone. Where did the rest go? So basically, then you look at it. There was a video, I think, 3 months ago and 7 months ago. But the one 3 months ago, there's a woman going around with a kid in a high vis. And they're playing on all the stuff. And it's a wreck. It's a wreck. It's all open. Now, apparently, it's still owned by Living Leisure or something limited.
Right.
And it's going to be built on. So the company that owns it hasn't gone bust, but they've left it to rack and ruin now because they can't afford the security, and it's a health hazard. It really is dangerous. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it. So that's why we thought we'd go. You know, I mean, she's old enough now, my daughter. We'd have a bit of fun, go out on the boats or whatever we can find. But I think the council really should be held responsible for that. And, you know, because if you think about it, there's now there's been receivers going, ripping stuff out. It's like it's literally derelict from a year ago from that Exploring with Fighters.
Yeah.
And now it's a danger zone. But you know the pedal roller coaster, the pedal ones,
Yeah.
they still work. Can you imagine if somebody's took the bottom bracket off? You know, the one that holds it on,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and somebody rides on it and they fall off. Yeah, I think Helston Council need to sort themselves out with that one. But no, we're going to go to Trago and go on the Swans. Have a pedal on the Swans. Anyway, I'm going to go, Smiler.
Probably S&J will buy that.
Who?
S&J. You know all the houses that were built in Helston. You all got all the big houses all the way through Helston.
I reckon they've done a deal already because you look it up. Flamboards is still owned by Livingstone
Leisure.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And yet they're not paying the security now and the fencing company and all that. So it's a free for all. Since they've sold off the assets and done all that, you know what I mean? So it's one of them. It's like a company that owns Flamboards, but Flamboards has gone into liquidation, but it doesn't affect the other company. It's one of them, isn't it?
It was owned by a guy called Dougie. Some guy called Dougie, because my auntie and uncle.
Yeah, originally, yeah.
Yeah, they owned a nursery at Leland. Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to supply Tragos. We used to supply Flamboards. Because I used to stay there in school holidays, and I used to work on the garden centre, and I used to work on the farm because my other auntie owned a farm at Gwynia.
Oh, yeah.
So I would cycle from my auntie's over to my auntie Wendy's and work on the farm or work at a garden centre to earn money to go back to school with, you know, because I went to boarding school, but my mum was one that you had to earn your own money. You had to make your own way in life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So she was a big thing. So like I'd go and get a job with Auntie Joy or Auntie Wendy, you know. And it was Joy and Wendy that did the Land's End to John O'Groats.
Ah.
And then Wendy turned around and she done the Billy Bunter, and she won the Billy Bunter check. Yeah, she's in the Guinness Book of Records. Well, they're both in the Guinness Book of Records. Wow. Yeah, she wrote a book about it.
Pretty famous in Cornwall, you are. Wow.
Yeah. They've both passed away. They've passed away now. They are.
Yeah, like most of us. I'll tell you what. The older I get, the more people die.
Oh, don't! I was in my old regiment's site the other day, and the amount of people, announcing funerals.
Yeah,
it was like fucking hell. You know, we was in the army together.
In this village, I remember a lot of the old boys, true traditional old boys. You know, and they're all gone. And there is like a new generation. Fortunately, it's not like other areas in the country, if you get me. But it's just a new, younger generation. I do think we're lucky in Cornwall, don't you?
Yeah.
We've got it under control, haven't we? We really have got it under control.
Well, what we need to do is get rid of the fucking druggies, that's it.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you about that another time when I meet with you. But that was one of the problems that I didn't know that I confronted it, if you get me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Penzance is rife of it, St Austell is rife of it.
I know. But unfortunately,
A YouTuber come down here the other day, filmed St Austell, where he did Penzance, I can't remember, he did Penzance somewhere else and then St Austell.
who did that? Sorry,
YouTuber, I can't remember which YouTuber it was.
not Wendell.
No, it wasn't Wendell. No.
I know he's gone somewhere and he had to go in a helicopter or something. What
no,
did he come from originally? Wendell.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But the YouTuber come down here. He parked up his car in St Austell, walked down the back street.
Yeah.
As it by the railway station, walked down that street there, down by the railway station, into like the beginning of St Austell, past the nightclub.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he got offered a load of different fucking pills.
You see, we don't get that here. Although, if you know where to ask, I think there is that here. If you get me.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in this quiet little village here 4 years ago with me.
Right.
I didn't know who I was dealing with, if you get me, but it was
Right.
it was the big ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know when a cheap pub goes up for lease,
Yeah.
and if one of those type of gangs can think, oh yeah, 30 grand's nothing for me, yeah, take over it, they're not bothered about the beer sales because they can supersede that with false money from the other sales. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what happened here. And nobody other than me, because it affected me, because it was backing onto me in my premises, dealt with it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I did. And that was my mistake. And when you get that, but I didn't know. I didn't know it was the big boys. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
I did not know that. And when you get that, you think, fuck. And unfortunately, they were also in Newquay, like you say, Penzance, Newquay, all over. And it just makes you realise how these big, I'm being careful what I'm saying, but how these big organisations don't get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because they won't. They never will. The odd one will. All the gullible ones that they employ, you know, as their little henchmen, you know the ones I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll get caught every now and again, but the big boys don't. And yeah, it shocked me. It shocked me actually that it was going on in Cornwall. It really did in such a big scale. But my nephew told me about this years ago, 10 years ago, because he lived in Penzance. And people come down on holiday and they go, oh, Penzance, lovely, all that, yeah. But the back streets of Penzance, oh my God, it's another world, isn't it?
Well, it's like Bread Street. It's, you know, they've had that fucking stupid place in Bread Street for fucking years.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what he went to Penzance first, and he came down through Bread Street, and there was a fucking police car there and everything else, and there was some fucking woman giving a fucking bloke a fucking gobble. That was the first 2 minutes of his fucking life. That was fucking some woman being caught fucking noshing off outside fucking Bread Street fucking It's like a fucking homeless waifs and strays and fucking helps them with their benefits, and they can go in and have a breakfast for cheap and a cup of tea and a shower and do their laundry. But
of course,
it should be fucking closed down because it's the fucking dregs of the earth. You know? But they come from all over the country down here.
Well, I'm guessing they know more than we do because I didn't know about that. But it wouldn't surprise me because
It's been there for years. Because when you come out of there and turn right, it's the back of Simpsons. You know, the big old.
I knew where he lived, and it was one of these little side streets where you couldn't park cars. You know, really thin streets. Little council houses and whatever you private rented and DOS houses. And he lived there, my nephew did, and we were trying to get him away from there. And people say, oh, he lives in Penzance, like my mum. She'd go, oh, it's lovely. It's lovely down in Penzance. I'm going, yeah, right, yeah. They hadn't got a clue. Those back streets it's like anywhere though, isn't it? You know, you go anywhere, you have nice areas, and just around the corner it can be evil. Yeah,
I hated it because we had a lovely place in Riola, and when we got married we got a fucking house in Penzance. And
lovely.
I absolutely, because we were in Riola, rural, you know, peaceful, quiet, and then the next minute you're in fucking Penzance.
And looking over Zion and all that, everything.
Yeah, but I grew up in Newlyn, then moved from Newlyn to fucking Penzance, and then from Penzance, Mum bought a place in Long Rock. You know, we opened the back gate and we crossed over. I lived right next to the Wheel Inn.
Yeah,
and you just cross over the yard, and you're on the beach. Cross over the railway line, and you're on the beach. You know, open up the Velux window, and you can hear the waves crashing on the beach, like, you know.
That's what I love, listening to the sea. Even here, even though I'm a little bit inland now, I can hear the sea still, you know, and I love it.
And when I lived in Sennon, I lived in Poljigger, and from Poljigger we moved up to Sandy Lane. And Sandy Lane, you know, we'd walk out of our drive, walk straight down the sand dunes, and you was on Sennon Cove, you know, you was on Sennon Beach.
Yeah.
You know, and didn't think nothing of it. All of us going down 9 o'clock at night, having a fucking barbecue on the beach, and you know, go swimming, whatever.
Do you still do that though now? Because I do.
No.
Don't you? Don't you?
No.
Do you not appreciate it? Do you not go like think? I mean, I do. Most days I go to the beach pretty much every day. Now I'm driving again. Do you not do that?
No.
Mind you, you're a bit inland now, aren't you?
I'm only about a fucking mile from Charlestown.
I know.
I'm not even a full mile from Charlestown Harbour.
But where's your nearest beach?
Charleston Beach.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Par Beach.
Par. Yeah, you're the other side. You see, I can literally, if I want to, I can go to the bakery in the morning in the village, and then literally, even on my bike, but a minute down the road, I'm at a beach. Then I can go to another one. And I don't, even though my mum keeps saying, oh, I bet you're used to it now. You take, you know, it's like normal to you. But no, I do like it. I sit there on the beach or the cliffs. Do you ever do that still?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just appreciate what we've got down here because it is so beautiful.
But
It is.
I think you do take it for granted.
You do. But then at times that you've got to sit back and think,
Yeah, it's like you just sit there and it's like, I just want to go and chill out. I just want to go and clear my mind. I want 5 minutes peace and quiet.
yeah,
And just
you can do it, can't you?
Yeah, just go and sit in peace.
Yeah.
You know.
So you do still appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you know, like if I was in Nottingham,
Morning, Nutter.
I'd go to fucking Sherwood Forest probably.
Yeah.
There's nowhere, is there? There's nowhere that can compare. You know.
No, I've lived all over, and it doesn't matter where I've lived is like Cornwall's. Home is where the art is, isn't it? And Cornwall's always been.
I think the only one I'd compare it with in terms of me, but I don't think I ever will. I'm going back there probably this year. Is Ireland,
Right?
Sutherland, over the west side, and the west side of Ireland is exactly like Cornwall, but higher cliffs and mountains. When you look back, instead of beacons, it's mountains.
Yeah.
And I just loved it when I went there. But no, Cornwall's my home. Yeah. If I was 20 years younger, I'd be in Ireland on the west coast, definitely.
If I was 20 years younger, I'd still be surfing.
That's about when I injured myself. I never surfed since. I went out in some big waves, right? And it was my mates who fortunately were lifeguards. And they were going, oh, come on, you can do it. And it was more than I could take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was one of those, oh, fuck it, I'll go. And yeah, it was bad. I got trashed. I got caught up with the fins on my legs, everything. Board hit me on my chin as it came up. Totally trashed out. You know, the proper where you get tumbled by the wave.
Yeah, washing machine.
Oh. Then
you never think you're coming back up, do you?
Yeah, and then you've took water in, and then the board hits you on the chin as it comes up, and then the thing cuts you on the leg. Oh, God, I had it all. And then I went back down again on the second wave, and then they had to pull me out and rescue me. And yeah, I never surfed since. Ever.
I got washing machined on the fucking reef at Salmon Cove.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't realise how powerful water is until you've been in that, do you, really?
Right.
And then once you've had it happen to you, you forget ever surfing again. Well, I do.
I know. I still went again.
No, I go bodyboarding. Definitely. You know, like I'm still pretty reckless. I'll go out in deep waves on bodyboards, but not surf. Well, 60, I can't fucking surf at my age. Although Pegleg, you know Pegleg, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, legend.
How the fucking hell did he pop up?
I tell you what, I've known him for years. He's a legend. I've known him since he worked in the fish shop in the village.
It would take me. It would probably take me about a month, maybe longer, to actually learn to pop again. Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to believe, isn't it? A one-legged surfer.
Yeah.
Anybody in chat that's listening, this guy called Pegleg, he was on one of them TV programs, wasn't he? What was it? I can't remember. But he's a legend. He's got a false leg and he's a surfer. In fact, he runs the Perranporth Surf Club, I think. Or he did. I've known him for ages. Hey, you know what he did, though? He changed his name by default. Because on Facebook, he was called Pegleg. You know, when it went all woke, it said you can't call yourself that because it's discriminative to one leg. He went, well, I am a one-legged person, and that's what people call me. And they went, oh, I apologise. So they apologised to him in the writing. So he changed his name purposely. So he called So his name is Pegleg. Classic. I like that. What was he on? That Survival or something? Or what was it? Pegleg went on.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He was like he was abroad. I know he did well. I think he did really well on it. Nah, he's a good lad, he is. Right, I'm going to make a cup of tea and I'm going to bed, mate.
And me.
All right. Cheers, chat.
All right, mate. I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah. See you
See
later.
you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.